Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of a Cold One Podcast. Yeah, you muted, bro. Damn, we almost had the perfect intro, bro. We was on time.
If it ain't the fucking mic, it's the fucking laptop, man. Goddamn, man. I say, you know what? They ain't even in here yet, bro. We know what I say.
What's that, bro?
DJ, run that shit back. Run that shit back, DJ. Run it back.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of a Cold One Podcast. You already know it's your boy, Big D.
It's your boy, L. Dottie, man. Big D, what's happening? What's trending, my dog?
Bro, living the dream, bro. Hey, I've been having a very, very productive week. You know what I'm saying? And
you
creative
too?
juices been flowing.
Are they flowing?
You know what I'm saying? I know the people probably noticed we mixed up some shit. You know what I'm saying? Got the aesthetic going a little different. You know what I'm saying? So y'all comment below. Let us know what y'all think about that shit. We out this bitch working.
We had an intro. You
Word.
see that? Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, you know what? I'm going to run that shit again. Yeah, I'm about to freestyle on this bitch. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, that shit make you goddamn
lit, dog.
Hey, turn my mic up. Turn my mic up.
Turn that shit up in my headphones. Turn that shit up in my headphones.
I can't hear.
I can't hear you. Turn that shit up.
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. There you go.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
it's the cold one. Never been the old one. Come against me, type of nigga that'll fold one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We out this bitch. Yeah, man. But hey, we appreciate everybody tuning in. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all check in below, comment below, let us know, you know what I'm saying, what you're drinking on. Shout yourselves out if you got an Instagram, Twitter. If you got a fucking MySpace, post that shit down below.
That shit, nigga.
You know what I'm
Black
saying?
Planet, all that shit, nigga. We going back in the day, nigga. Back in the day.
Yeah. So we try to see all that shit, man. But you know what I'm saying? For starters, you know, it's a Cold One Podcast. So we gotta start by talking about the brew. You know what I'm saying? So hey, bro, you want to go first this episode? I don't remember who went first last, but
yeah, I think we should do a good old rock paper scissors battle. What you think?
Oh shit! Now, hey, if y'all ain't see that episode where we had that rock paper scissors joint, hey, that shit got kind of real.
And not only does the winner get to choose, but the loser has to chug.
Ooh,
you still trying to play?
Yeah, I'm with that shit, bro. We doing best out of three.
Yeah, rock paper scissors shoot, right?
All right, yeah, all right. Ready?
Go. Rock paper scissors shoot.
That's
one, baby. That's one, baby.
Okay. All right, hold on. Ooh, I can't lose. I can't lose on the live.
I already know what you're gonna do. Because I'm in there. I'm in your mind.
Word. All right, let's go.
You ready?
All right, yeah. Rock paper,
scissors.
Hold
shoot.
on, bro. You cheated, bro.
No, bro. I say rock paper, scissors, shoot. Right?
All right. Come on. All right, you ready? And go. Rock paper, scissors, shoot.
Then one, chug that shit, dog. Just chug it. That's all you got to do, bro. Turn up on them.
All right,
you know what it's about?
Fuck it then.
You ain't done yet.
Hey, bro.
Damn.
All right. Well, let me know. Let me let the people know what I'm drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah. Don't just chug it.
I got the Victory Fest beer right here, the 5.6%. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Victory. You know what I'm saying? Mixing it up a little bit. One of their fall brews. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So, you know, definitely fuck with Victory. They actually make my favorite brew of all time, Victory Sour Monkey. Also,
that's definitely in the top. Top 5 of beers too.
Word. So yeah, they make some really good shit over there. So shout out to Victory. I'm gonna go ahead, pour this bitch in the glass so y'all can get a look at what it looks like, and then I chug because I ain't no bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna chug my shit. I ain't no.
Hey man, we see Shannon in the comments. Shannon, what's going on over there bright and early? Goddamn Raven, what's going on, Raven?
They coming.
Pretty boy, what's happening?
But before y'all take over our shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, can we do our part?
Hey, you see that
like,
shit? They
damn, bro.
Like, where the fuck they at? Like, you see them in the intro and all that shit. Where the fuck they at? Who the fuck is these niggas?
Word. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I see somebody asking what the ABV is. It is 5.6%. You know what I'm saying? So not too strong. It definitely got a much darker body than I thought it would. Kind of like that amber. You know what I'm saying?
That's a little
amber
intimidating,
color right there.
bro. What you think? That's a little intimidating. Oh, you got to chug that too, ain't it?
Yeah, it smells malty, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this shit a chug. While I'm chugging, you go ahead and tell the people what you drinking, bro.
Yeah, me over here. I have the Blowing Rock Brewing Company Cloud Rise Go to the Mountains IPA. It definitely looks like a Funkadelic can,
Word.
and it is a hazy IPA at a whopping 7.25.
Word.
7.25 ABV. So you drink too many of these, you will be laid out somewhere.
You gonna be on your ass. Word.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm gonna go ahead and pour this thing real quick. Hold on, bro. Here we go. Check this out.
Ooh, that's that shit right there. That's that shit. That's that shit. That's that shit. There you go. Hey, but I'm feeling good already because you know what I'm saying. I feel like I just chugged a glass of caramel, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit tasted straight like caramel.
Like caramel?
So, yeah. So is it caramel or caramel?
I'm about to ask you the same thing. I say caramel.
I don't think I ever said caramel before, but I don't know.
I definitely don't say caramel. Word. Hold on, bro. I just want to say, bro, you did a great job with that intro, dog. We've been working very hard, bro. I've been working hard this week. You know, a lot of good shit happening. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here making shit happen. You out here making shit happen. We about to get our shit hijacked. So before they come over here and take this shit over, dog, I just want to say I want to match you one in your chugging. Word.
Well, you go ahead, chug. Goddamn, we gonna roll the promo because apparently everybody came here for the Nia takeover. So I'm gonna roll the motherfucking clip. Nia, what's going on? Hey, what's happening? What's shining?
It's a party over here. Yes, you know, the queen has arrived. What everybody is waiting for. Everybody's waiting on. The only reason why they came here, they want to hear about y'all regular ass beer. So that's fun. Just kidding.
Hey, don't win.
Y'all can take over this shit, but y'all ain't gonna talk about beer like that.
You ain't gonna talk about our beer.
You ain't gonna talk about no beer like that.
We got some beer lovers in here, and you know, but we know who came with you. They came in this motherfucker and said, "Yo, who are these niggas?"
Word. They said, "Hold on. Where's Nia?"
Who's this clown?
They ain't say good evening. They ain't say
hey, how y'all doing? They came and loud with it too, all caps.
Listen, you gotta give the people what they want. And
a Maggie. Hello, ladies.
Period.
Word. Yeah. So, hey, Nia definitely getting mad love in the comments.
Shout out to Nia, man. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for coming with her, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Welcome to a Cold One podcast, man. And I'm just gonna fall back. I think y'all gonna have some interesting stuff to talk about because you always bring great content and context. So we always appreciate that, man. So
word.
Fuck up.
Word. Well, first, hey, bro. Well, first, I want to make sure that everybody know it's also Nia and Maggie. So definitely appreciate both of y'all joining in today. But Nia actually did something for the first time today, bro. And I kind of want to show everybody what she did. You know what I'm saying? She actually went beer shopping for the first time. This is your first time going beer shopping for yourself, right, Nia?
Oh, that's why you talking about the beer. You were frustrated.
I'm really not a fan of more of a tequila and a wine.
Yeah.
Beer is usually not my thing.
Okay, I see. I can understand the frustration now when you tried to talk about the beer earlier. I can understand it was a frustrating process. So we understand. Don't worry. We're here to help you. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's see what happened.
Word. Let's see what happened.
Okay, so I took my mask off really quick for this, so hopefully I don't catch that Rona. So we're here. I think these are the single ones. Like you can buy them single. And then we have all of this. I don't know what I'm doing. This is real cute. Dallas Blonde. We have Deep Ellum IPA. And then Revolver Brewing. I don't know shit about beer. So yeah, I think we're gonna go with the cutest one and see what we come up with.
Hey, she said she go with the cutest one.
The cutest one. That's definitely a way to do it, and that's definitely a way to get fucked up too.
Word. So Nia, without further ado, please proceed with the takeover. Let us know what you got to drink.
Absolutely. So we're gonna go ahead with the stuff we got. Maggie actually knows quite a lot about beer.
I know half of a little bit of a percent about beer.
Of beer,
but I do like the stuff that she got. She went blind and actually got some good stuff. Not gonna cap.
Period. Because I'm that bitch.
She
We'll be the judge of that.
And that was right.
Period. So we're gonna start first.
We're gonna be the judges of that.
We're gonna start with a Dallas Blonde, and we're gonna like taste it live.
Okay.
See how this goes. I don't really
know.
know.
You have to pour it like this.
Okay, you could do it. I don't know.
Read the can. What does the can say?
So this is a Dallas Blonde, and this is a blonde ale.
It says citrusy.
Is that right? That's right?
Yeah, blonde ale. Yeah, citrusy floral. Okay.
I really like this one.
Hops.
She said hops. So it says golden balanced session ale. So we're gonna go ahead and pour it.
We're gonna.
You gotta pour into the cup, not into the
well,
we not about to do
my bad. This ain't my shit. My bad. Y'all pour how y'all want.
Okay, please vibe with me. That was a good.
All right, so we're about to try this one. This is live tasting.
Okay.
I like this one.
Uh-oh. Look at their face.
I like this one.
Is that an IPA?
No, it's an ale.
It's a blonde ale.
Oh, a blonde ale. And wait till you get to the IPAs.
I love blonde ales. If she doesn't like the blonde ale, she's gonna hate all the IPAs. She got a full IPA.
She's gotta keep drinking.
And just this blonde ale. And IPAs bite back, honey. You gotta be
What's the ABV on that first one?
The ABV on this one is 5.2.
Okay. Yeah, Nia about to die.
I would highly recommend.
She would highly recommend, but we're gonna move on.
Okay.
So this is mango chile IPA.
Ooh, that looks great.
6.5 Fort Worth, Texas.
You teetering.
Wild Acre Brewing Company.
Wild Acre Brewing Company. Okay.
It was brewed in Fort Worth. Oh, that's not a good baby.
Get it right.
Yeah.
For anybody who knows, we live in Texas. We live in Dallas, Texas.
I'm about to say Fort Worth, Dallas.
Fort Worth, DFW area, stand up if anybody's in here. And they have a lot of their own breweries. So a lot of the stuff that you can get at Kroger is like Dallas made. So
yes, we will drop the beers on the story. Yes.
So let's see. The Dallas Blonde.
So we're gonna try this one. Cheers. It's
wow,
not a shot, bitch.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I like this.
Wow, you like that?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised. A mango IPA, yeah. What? Yeah.
It's very IPA.
I like that.
Is it how bitter is there a
It's a little after.
Okay.
After.
That's an exact right.
But you really taste that mango refreshing
thing. It's about the dangly thing.
Oh, the dangle, it has found its way there.
Found its way. All right.
The mangoes will do it.
Deep Ellum IPA. I like it.
Hey, she likes that one. Hey, so maybe you're more of a citrusy, fruity IPA type.
It's 7%.
Oh, that's 7%?
This says over the top tropical fruit, citrus, pine, and floral aromas make for a big Texas India Pale Ale. Period.
Okay. Hey, shout out to Deep Ellum. I actually, when I went to Dallas, I visited Deep Ellum, and I went to I don't remember the names of the places in Deep Ellum, but yeah, prior to that, I stopped by this place called The Rustic. It was a restaurant and bar with like live music and stuff. Yeah, that was cool. It was a nice diverse crowd and all that. Then once we went to Deep Ellum, we were drunk by then, so we just bar hopping and shit.
Yeah, it's a little hood over there, but
we're gonna try this one. IPA. Deep Ellum. It's not a shot.
Just a reflex.
She said that shit natural.
Mm-hmm.
I like this one better.
Which one is that?
We're so consistent. I like this one better.
Which one is that?
This is the Deep Ellum IPA.
Okay, 7%.
7%. I like this one so much better.
Ooh, Nia is dying.
Yeah, she is not liking that.
Nah, you take it over Cohen podcast, so you got to take
Yeah, you
that
can't
shit like a champ.
tighten that shit up. All that shit you was talking. Come on.
Disgusting.
Hey man, you can't say that, man. You're just not ready for. It's not palatable yet.
Oh my god, what the fuck? My tongue is like cringing in my mouth, like I want to go like
Scrub your tongue real quick.
That's good.
It's one place to say.
this is easy peasy IPA.
Oh, y'all going in? God damn, y'all just okay.
Hey, no, she just.
I don't know what the fuck an IPA means.
India Pale Ale. You can expect hoppy.
Ain't they cute? I said I'm gonna get the cutest ones. These all cute.
Yeah, but
Word.
all the IPAs.
I don't know how much is this.
Yeah, them ABVs cute too.
Okay.
I don't know what that mean. This is 5.2.
Alcohol by volume.
Oh, that's 5.2. Okay, that ain't that bad.
That's not bad. This is gonna.
I don't
you
know.
might like this.
I don't know what ABV means. Oh, alcohol by volume.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what you just said.
ABV. Sometimes will determine if it's gonna be super bitter. This one's lighter.
It's light. It's light skin.
Nice head on it, Paul.
But
Hey, for the record, I just
I like this.
one. This
I
one-
like this one.
Guys, this one is it.
That's a
Easy
good one.
Peasy IPA is very drinkable.
That's a good one.
Easy peasy IPA is very drinkable. You heard it here on the Nia Takeover.
All right, we just got 2 more and we're done.
okay.
This your shit.
I made my own flights because I'm. Guess what? That.
Where you get that from? Cause they don't look like nobody grocery store around here.
The Kroger.
Kroger.
Oh yeah, we ain't got no Krogers. Okay,
Where are you from?
man, I'm from Hoptown, South Carolina, Columbia, 803. Stand up, we in this bed. Take your shirt off, twist it around your head, spin it like your helicopter.
We got Mosaic IPA.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's not a twist off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need no. It's not a twist off, y'all. You
I
need-
Yeah, you gonna have to pop that shit. If you got a lighter, I'll do it for you. Oh yeah, yeah, she done did that before.
Hey, just throw the bottle against the wall. It'll open.
You get a 2.
Oh, there we
it
go.
is.
Pop the bottle.
Catch it.
Pop the bottle. Chug,
Get
chug,
it.
chug, 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 chug.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not gonna like that. Y'all, this is 8.6.
There it is. There it
You're not
is.
gonna like that.
Turn up, bitch.
That's why I came out the bottle like that. Goddamn, busting out the bando.
You're not gonna like that at all. Oh, you're gonna hate this one.
Ooh, it's
Uh-oh.
dark skin. How like
I'm just,
my
gonna,
men.
I'm just gonna pour you the littlest.
How like my men.
Nah, don't do it like that. Pour that.
Yeah,
Pour
nah, cause she gonna watch. Told you. Told you.
It's not as bad as the other one.
Why? This one is way worse than the other one, even to me.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm gonna say even for me, that's a lot.
Oh shit, Teddy coming here starting shit.
Hey, but real quick,
Hey,
I
Teddy, what's happening?
want to give quick context. So when we say ABV, for those who aren't familiar with beer and everything, that beer that they just tried was 8.6%. Y'all said,
Yo, IG.
is that 8.6%?
Yes, sir. Yes.
8.6.
Okay, yeah. So a Budweiser is only 5% ABV. So I just want to give y'all context that we are fucking with the higher echelon of beer.
The upper echelon
This one is
of
5.2.
beer, if you will.
That's gonna be fine. You're gonna like that one.
It's
Okay,
5.2.
5.2.
It's called Shock Top Belgian White.
Oh, you'll like that.
Okay,
You'll like
shop
that.
tops. Yeah, we familiar with those. That's a good one.
That like those 8.6%, you can't drink that for a long. You can't.
Alcohol by volume.
I know. Not,
It smells lovely.
okay. There
Oh,
it
yeah.
is.
Cheers.
You almost broke her damn tooth.
I like this.
Okay, so far we like this.
We
one.
like that one. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I
Okay.
love this one.
That's
Ooh.
good.
So far we like this one.
I'm lit, bitch.
So the ones that we like from what we tried, that is for sure Dallas Blonde. If you guys can find it, get it.
Mhm.
For
Y'all need to send us some. Y'all gonna send us some?
We
Cause
will.
we ain't got Kroger around here.
We will.
We'll send you some.
For
No
sure.
doubt.
Shock Top
Shock Top. I like that.
slaps. This one is actually really fruity, like very fruity.
Yeah, we can find that though. We can find Shock Top.
And then Easy Peasy IPA.
That shit was nasty.
You didn't like that one?
I didn't
Okay,
like
she
that.
didn't like this one, but she liked this one.
I like that one. Okay, yeah.
The
So
mango.
Maggie likes this one. Easy peasy.
It's
IPA.
crushable.
And I like the mango chile one IPA.
Interesting fact about me is I almost got a Samuel Adams job and I had to learn how to sell beer to people for a really long time.
So that's why she be known.
So they say crushable when you can drink it easily.
Yeah, I can teach you how to sell some beer. All you gotta do is say, "Hey, man, this shit 10% ABV sold."
Well, anyways, we're back. What we came here for? We
Oh, my bad.
With our beer and what the fuck ever.
I'm about to drink.
Hey, Nia, real quick. The mango chile IPA, like when they say chile, like what flavor that tastes like?
It had like a little
chile.
It was a little like zest, like a little.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm a fan of that.
When you drink beer in the back, how it's a little bitter.
Let me taste it.
Imagine the bitterness and then a little bit of a spice. It was too much for me.
It's like bitter and spice at the same time.
I don't want my beer spicy.
I don't even.
It's not spicy
if
though.
You like, is it micheladas that people like? If you like micheladas, maybe you like that.
Yeah, like the Bloody Mary junks you talking about? Yeah.
Beer in it or something?
Yeah, nah, I can't do it.
But it's for me. I like this one.
Any the fuck way.
In Dallas Barn.
I'm a wine type of bitch.
I'm gonna drink this.
I'm a wine type of bitch. So I got some. Hand me that real quick.
We appreciate you trying the beer.
This one called Psyche is lovely. So
well, we appreciate you on behalf of a Coleman podcast.
For definitely trying the beer.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm flexible.
I brought my fancy glass out for the ladies, you know what I'm saying? So
I got a red cup for all the hood niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Balance.
Balance, definitely bring balance. Hey, I just want to say, man, that's why it's called a cold one presents a chilled one. You know what I'm saying? Because you could chill anything, beer, wine, liquor, you know what I'm saying? So enjoy yourself.
Absolutely. So anyways, let's get fucking started because we don't got all damn night. So
I heard her.
So we're gonna go ahead and start off with introducing my makeup tutorial. What was you about to say? Oh yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we're about to get
shit
started.
Super dope, ain't it?
Let me know what's going on, and then we're just gonna chat. We're gonna chat it up, girl talk. This is my girl again, Maggie Joyce. Make sure y'all follow her. One of my best bitches ever. Some more of my best bitches ever are in the chat, are tuning in, and I really appreciate you guys so much. It means a lot to me. Y'all know how I get acts of service is absolutely my love language. But okay, so here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with a primer. The primer, if you don't know, is to like have like a even canvas for your face.
Amen.
Yes, it's like to prep your skin, right? I learned that.
Yeah.
We need to have you guess what everything.
Yeah, we're going to have you guess what everything. No, but because he watched this girl's
Is it because she cute? You watched her? It's because you're interested in makeup.
No, so for those that don't know, I'm a photographer. Y'all peep the hoodie, you know what I'm saying? It's a wait, hold on. Look, read this.
I can freeze time. What's your superpower?
Yeah. So that's what I do. So I'm trying to learn, you know what I'm saying, the basics of makeup. So when I'm on a shoot and I need to direct a makeup artist, like, yo, this is what I need, and like, yo, her fucking, I be forgetting shit. Like her highlight ain't popping enough. You know what I'm saying? I know to say that.
What the base level popping is for highlight for you to say somebody's highlight isn't popping enough?
No.
I mean, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? That's why we here for tips with tips. You know what I'm saying? So
with tip.
Yeah.
Period, nigga. Anyway, so right now I'm using my Farsali Skin Tune Blur. It's actually one of my favorite primers. I really like blurring primers because I feel like they make your skin look really smooth. I also used this Becca Blur primer. You can't really see because I got hella light going on.
Y'all gotta do the YouTube shit.
You better watch YouTube makeup tutorials. You better.
Mr. Jalen, we definitely did. Chugged.
We about to get to chatting. I just want to let everybody know now. Please ignore Teddy in the comments. I think it's crack, probably. But we're just gonna move forward.
Hey man, what's good?
Hold
Teddy?
on, bro. Let them do that thing, bro.
Oh, my bad.
Let them take over.
Be quiet. How about that? Anyways, any the fuck way. So what we're gonna talk about, and y'all let us know how y'all feel in the comments and like your thoughts on this or whatever. But you know, we're all grown, right? And we all like go through things, we've experienced things, or whatever. And you constantly like feel like so many things have like happened to you and things like that. And granted, some of us have been through some traumatic shit, you know, whether it had been experiencing homelessness or your parents never hugged you, or your parents never hugged you, or, you know, whatever the case may be. But how do y'all even begin to like start healing from that? You know what I mean? Like, if I'm shut off from the world and I say, oh, it's because my parents never talked to me, so I'm shut off from the world, do you just stay shut off from the world? Like, what you think, Maggie?
Well, I first of all I think you get to a certain point. I mean, 18, 19, 20, I think you're just starting to like recognize the effects of your hurt or your trauma. So you still have that. I feel like you have that space to grow, even 21. But I think you start getting to a certain age where you start having to specifically kind of take take responsibility for your own healing. Whether that be going to see a therapist, whether that be, you know, going, you know what I'm saying, and talking that out with friends, or whether that be journaling, or whether that be just reliving some things. I do think like after, and I will say this personally, because I think I was around this age, but I feel like around 25, when you've sat in yourself for a while, I think you then have to take responsibility for your healing. Because I think it does affect your relationships and your friendships when people just have to highly regard your hurt when, you know, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been cheated on before, so I'm going to be extremely paranoid, or I'm going to be really like on top of you about every little thing and need a lot of validation. But it's like, you need to make peace with the fact that you got cheated on. It's not my job to, it's not my job to heal you getting cheated on. And it's also not my job to give you any special treatment because you've been cheated on. Like, you need to figure out that on your own and then get into a relationship after that. You know?
Yeah.
I agree. Real quickly, so the girls know, I'm using this Benefit Precisely My eyebrow pencil. I'm using the color 4. I usually use I use the color 4 or I use the color 5 depending on how bold I want my eyebrow to be. I use the color 5 when I'm like going out or something, and like 4 for like an everyday kind of like natural look, and which is what we're going for right now, like a real bronzy, glowy, summertime natural kind of look. So y'all know. Also, I like to line under my eyebrows, and then I go in and do brow-like hair strokes to make it like very natural. But yes, let's continue on the conversation. Maggie, I completely agree.
Someone said sometimes it takes longer, especially for those still in negative environments.
Sometimes
should you date? I think that's my question.
And then the thing is, and where does the balance lie, right? Where does the balance lie in like some people like, oh, you know, I've always been lied to, so I have trust issues. Well, where does that responsibility lie for you to understand that in order to have connections with people, I have to trust them. Therefore, in order for me to establish those connections, I need to heal myself. When does that become your responsibility and you not only just being a victim of your circumstance?
Ooh, victim. Come on.
No, because it's like, at what age? Jayla said it's in your natal chart. In your natal chart, yes, because Pisces are victims forever. Pisces are victims forever. Everybody did everything to fucking them. Everybody's wrong. They did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. Hey, Kreesky. But at what point does that responsibility lie on you? Me personally, I know I am absolutely fed up of people always blaming everything on everything else. I'm personally fed up of hearing people, oh, I'm this way because of this. Oh, and justifying it. I'm an asshole because of this. I'm this way. I'm overly blunt. I'm inconsiderate. Because really all you're saying is I'm inconsiderate of other people's feelings because I was hurt. Because I felt like nobody cared about me. Because I felt like nobody gave me any extra regard. So fuck everybody else. You know, that's all you're saying when you brag on being these negative attributes. I brag about being an asshole. I brag about, you know what I'm saying? I'm mean. Honestly, hate to say it, I hate when bitches brag about having a resting bitch face. That's not cute. You don't look that's not nice. Like you're not, you don't like, I hate that
Take
shit.
the table then.
I hate that shit so much. Like you brag about it, but it's like, if it's just what it is, then just let it be what it is. But don't, I got a resting bitch face, so I don't really give a fuck. Like, you don't give a fuck about looking like it does not hurt anybody to be nice. It does not hurt anybody to be approachable. It does not hurt to extend a smile. It does not hurt to have a warm aura. But the thing is, we get so caught up in our own hurt that we want to hurt everybody else. We bully other people. We push off our insecurities on other people. So at what fucking point are you going to say, you know what? I'm a little fucked up and it's okay. And I'm going to go on that path to heal myself.
Come on, it's okay.
Somebody said, at what point? I want to know where y'all, at what point is enough?
Somebody said, God to date to know if you're ready to date. You have to date someone to know if you're ready.
So that means it's okay to hurt people along the way as you heal yourself?
I disagree with that.
I'm just asking.
I disagree with that. I feel like, so I feel like in order to be ready to date, you know what I'm saying, you have to have already healed from whatever it is that, you know what I'm saying, you've been dealing with, that you were affected by, that you were hurt by, etc. And I'm not saying like you got to be in a place where you like 100% perfect or anything like that, but you got to have taken, you know, necessary steps to be in a more healthy place than you were before. I don't think like you need to date to try to heal. I feel like that's like very backwards, and I don't think that you need to date to see if you're ready to date, because then you run the risk of being a hurt person that's hurting another person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I think like prior to you getting out there, you have to realize that it's a risk, you know what I'm saying, involved with going out there. So if you scared, go to church. You know what I'm saying? Like if you afraid of possibly being hurt, you know what I'm saying?
Go to therapy.
Yeah, word, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're afraid of possibly being hurt, possibly being taken advantage of, possibly things not working out, excuse me, then you don't need to be dating. You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to accept those risks, then don't get out there half-ass it. Because that's why so many people out here arguing over who pays for dates and shit. Because people are still hurt as fuck and coming out here like ready to half-ass it. And fellas, I'm not just talking about y'all. I'm talking about y'all ladies too. Ladies just like, I'm not paying for anything before 10 dates. Nah, fuck that.
God
Let that hurt go. You know what I'm saying?
At least $500.
I know, right? No, shit, probably more than that.
Too crazy, fool.
Shit.
You're getting beside yourself now. Take it down.
Nah, because I'm definitely going to speak my piece on this motherfucker.
Real quick, guys, I'm concealing my eyebrows to go ahead and clean them up. Me personally, I like using a lighter color on the bottom that goes into my eyelids, and then I use a darker color on the top. I'm using this ColourPop Pretty Fresh concealer. At the bottom, I'm using medium dark 145W, and then at the top, I'm going to use dark 170. So yeah, that's what that looks like. But we can continue.
So two different colors on this one color.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. I honestly feel like people put a lot of stock into dating, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't be testing the waters on anything if you know you're not ready. It shouldn't take somebody else to validate whether you're ready to do something like it. That's gonna be catastrophe right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think people need to prioritize themselves and figure out like why they can't accept the fact or get over the fact or move forward with the fact of anything, you know, and that's because we don't typically use the resources that are available to us for those things, you know. I think that people really need to, I don't know, because is it, you say who's responsible for your healing, bro? Think about it like this. If you're in an environment that all you know and you have been mentally screwed or mentally fucked to think one thing, you know what I'm saying? Or to think that your environment, the things that go on around you is normal, you know what I'm saying? This is the way things are, you know? How easy, who's responsible for a person whose mindset don't know nothing other than their environment? Who's responsible for that, bro? Like, how is somebody within that environment supposed to know that anything's even wrong?
I think that's a good question.
Yeah, that is a good question, but I also think that I think that I'm a firm believer that something may not be your fault, but it is your responsibility.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not your fault. Like, for example, like, I'm saying, me and Larry, we talked about this before. I'm saying, like, both of our fathers weren't there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's not our fault. You know what I'm saying, that they weren't there, but it is our responsibility on how we move forward. You know what I'm saying? Once we start to have families and start to have children, you know what I'm saying? And we never received a good example from our father of how to be a good father, but that doesn't mean that you're not responsible for still figuring that shit out. You know what I'm saying? And it sucks, you know what I'm saying? And I don't mean to come from like a pull yourself up by the bootstraps type thing.
That's literally, in reality, that's exactly what it is, though. I mean, you have to, because ain't nobody who's going to pity you,
right? And it's not even about pity, though. It's just like, ultimately, life ain't fair. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna have sunny days and you're gonna have rainy nights, and you just gotta get through both of them shits to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talked about this before. Like, I feel like we all plants, we need that sunshine, we also need that rain in order to grow. Everything not gonna be perfect. And you know what I'm saying, but I do feel like at some point, you reach a point in life where you just realize that the shit that you're doing is right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? At some point you realize like you're hurting people or you're not. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not, then great. You know what I'm saying? Keep growing, keep doing great things. But at some point, you know what I'm saying, even though it's not your fault, you realize that you're responsible for leaving a whole trail of motherfuckers that you done hurt because of whatever the circumstances were. And I feel like you can't fucking be damn 30, 40, 50 years old saying, oh, well, you know, I'm the product of my environment. That's just how shit was. It's not my fault. You can't blame me. Nah, motherfucker. Like, eventually you got to take accountability for that shit, bro. Eventually you learn
can't
better.
Be 78 talking about, goddamn, I know.
Word. You know what I'm saying?
78.
Also are like 78 talking about something. So that's
right. And this is how I feel.
Real quick. What is this?
That is
caramel.
Chocolate Carmex.
Not chocolate.
Not chocolate Carmex. What is this for real?
Okay, that got to be lip gloss.
Oh, I know what that is. That's makeup.
I can see that with this.
Hold on, you gotta put it closer to the camera. Let me see.
No, they're both the same thing.
All right, so we got the Skin Love and the Fenty Beauty. Yeah, so I know Fenty is by Rihanna.
Yeah, it's by Rihanna, definitely. Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So you can find that, you know, online and stuff. Yeah, online. But you use that
and the Skin Love too. You can find.
Oh yeah, it's foundation.
The foundation of the whole situation.
All right.
Love and Rihanna.
All right. I am about to use the Fenty Beauty foundation in the color 420. And I'm using my Skin Love foundation in the color Espresso. I like to use a lighter color on the inside, and I like to use a darker color on the outside. But I also, as we get into this foundation, would like to touch on what Jalen was saying. He said, I think you start to heal when you start to care about being the best version of yourself and truly trying to be the best you will have slowly, I guess you will have to slowly remove bad habits, or you should, child. And I think I really do agree with that. But then my next question is just like, well, when do you ever care about being the best version? Like, why would anybody have to care about being the best version of themselves? How do they know right now they're not the best version of themselves?
I think that there's always room for improvement, man. I feel like that you have to learn how to, you got to practice in the rain so you can execute in the sunshine type of situation. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn how to function when shit is bad as well as when shit is good, because everything is not always going to be good, you know. And I think that it is always up to us as people to consistently find ways to just grow and develop ourselves, man. It is definitely our responsibility to make sure that we are growing. And sometimes people don't realize it sometimes ends up with cutting ties that you have grown to like be so attached to that it's so difficult to cut them. You know what I'm saying? Those relationships that are, you know, that may be toxic, but it's been so long that you don't know what it feels like, you know, without it. But I think that it's important for us to realize that if something don't feel right, or if you just know when shit ain't going good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you don't know. You know, so when you feel like shit ain't going good, that's when you gotta tell yourself, yo, I need to fix this shit. And whoever is involved, they have to be able to understand that this is about me and me being able to take accountability and responsibility for the roles that I do have that negatively impact people, man. And I think that a lot of people don't really, and then sometimes it's up to the other party to even allow that to happen. If we're talking about controlled environments.
Yeah, because I think that a lot of times, like, a lot of this behavior is actually encouraged by people, you know what I'm saying, even if it's, like, indirectly encouraged. Like, for example, I know that it's some women who feel like they'll say shit like, oh, yeah, I need a man who can control me. You know what I'm saying? I need a man that, you know, can put me in my place. And, like, on one end, I get it. Like, you know, some people find it, you know, just attractive for a man to, you know, be dominant in a sense. But for some, they real life have, like, shitty ass, you know, attitude, shitty ass. And this is for men and women, by the way. But they have, like, shitty attitudes. They have, you know, horrible communication skills. You know, they handle conflict terribly. And so they're like, well, you know what? This is just how I am. And I need somebody strong to be able to handle that and put me in my place, rather than taking accountability for that shit and realizing, you know what? I shouldn't be acting like this. I'm fucking 32 years old and I'm still fucking storming out the house because
I'm a fucking bully.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely used to be that I need a guy who can handle me type of chick. And I had to grow from that. So I understand the mindset of being like, that's just how I am. But then as I got older, I started realizing, like, nobody should have to handle you. You're a grown-ass.
You're a grown-ass fucking person.
And I started
you 30.
What was the problem? Like, what were things that I have an attitude. Okay, I can have a temper. Okay, I can, you know, act a certain type of way. So let's fix it so you can find a guy who's genuinely nice and just wants to love you, rather than somebody who's your father or your, you know what I'm saying, your babysitter in that space and having to grow from that. So I can say I definitely used to be like, oh, I just need somebody. And then now that I'm older, my boyfriend now is is a lot more calm and patient. And he doesn't have to handle me. I can handle myself. And now we can just kind of enjoy each other and experience each other, rather than me kind of having to test how strong you are and how much I can push you to the limit before you snap. Like, it's a lot. So I definitely used to be that type of person. But you have to put that space in your heart. Like, you just have to be like, okay.
For the record, I just want to point out she did say her boyfriend. Sorry, fellas.
Go ahead, X that out. They were like, boyfriend,
motherfucker, like, man, let me cut this shit off.
Fuck out of here, man. Let me take over.
Don't click out and make sure you guys subscribe. But really quickly, I am also highlighting my face. I'm just coming into form. I'm highlighting my face with my concealers, the same ones I use on my eyebrows. I like to start off with like a dark concealer that is slightly lighter than me, maybe like one shade, half a shade, and I'll put it on there. And then I like to take one that's a little lighter and get on like the inner corners and the middle of my forehead and all of that good shit. But I agree with Maggie in the sense that, like, because I feel like I can speak for both of us when I say we're both very alpha females or whatever. So with that, it's like you don't really realize how, like, because you grow up, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying, you're always in charge, you're always doing all these different things, you're always like very like alpha all the time. So it's like, I just need somebody who's gonna handle me, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to force me to calm down because I'm that bitch Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday and Sunday. So you don't get, it's hard, it's unfortunate though, but like I feel like those subtle like things of what toxic masculinity is, we kind of are bred to believe that's just what it's supposed to be. So you're supposed to handle me, you're supposed to talk to me this type of way, you're supposed to do all those things, but then it's just like at the same time, I want you to be nice to me. I want you to care about me. I want you to listen to me. I want you to be attentive. But then at the same time,
it is confusing.
Those circles and those squares also don't fit into those same spaces.
Okay.
And then it's just like, and then honestly, you stop shitting on men who genuinely are nice because you feel like, for lack of better terms, that they a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because they soft and you're going to run over them and all this other stuff and you're going to scare them or whatever. But it's like, you need to check. Why do you feel like you need somebody to handle you? Why can't you just calm down? Why can't you let somebody love you? What are you blocking so hard that you don't want to let that vulnerability loose? You know what I mean? But it's just like, to me, that takes a certain level of introspection and thinking and things like that I personally feel like the majority of people just don't do. A lot of people wait until it's like too fucking late to analyze, well, what the fuck is wrong with me? And then even then, a lot of the times, I personally feel like people don't ever think anything's wrong with them. I feel like it's easier to say it's everybody else that did something, or I think it's easier to say women ain't shit, men ain't shit, women always do this, men always do this, versus saying, okay, out of this situation, was I the best me that I could be? You know what I mean? And I feel like that's something that people should take with them in every relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's an intimate, you know what I'm saying, thing. If anything ends, you need to reflect on what you did as well. Yeah. Even if you weren't dead ass wrong, you still need to reflect on what you did. Like with me, when I broke up, when my ex-boyfriend and I broke up, right? We broke up when I was 5 months pregnant. That was the only person I had ever been with. I was having my baby with him, like all these other things. I was a senior in college. I was in my second semester. I was president of 2 organizations. I was working. Like it was a lot. And it was, at the time, it was very easy for me to demonize him because it was just like, this shit is fucked up. You know what I mean? Granted, it was fucked up, but when I took a step back and said, what do I need to learn from this? Because at the end of the day, when you bear that bitterness, that hurt, that anger, because when you're blaming everybody else, that's all it is. You're spewing out that bitterness, that anger, and that hurt. But when you genuinely want to heal, when you genuinely want to forgive, you have to be introspective. And that's why a lot of people avoid that. You know what I mean? And normalizing that it's okay to be fucked up. It's okay to be fucked up. It's okay to admit your shortcomings and your flaws and all those other things. You know what I mean? It's okay to admit that. And I feel like we don't normalize not being perfect. We all say, well, nobody's perfect, but we all still striving for these false sense of perfection.
Damn it.
But it's just like, literally normalize, and I hate to say normalize because Twitter has worn that shit the fuck out. But make not being perfect the status quo. And then from there, when we make that the status quo, we're able to extend grace to others in their imperfections as well. And then we can take it a step further and see the beauty in everybody's imperfections. And then I really hate to get on here and preach, but at the end of the day, God knows nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. If we was all perfect, then none of us would need to be here having these experiences, these daily earthly experiences that we're having in the first place. God still chose and ordained us to work through us, despite our imperfections. And time and time again, God is still loving us. God is still working through us. God is still blessing us. All these wonderful, amazing things are still happening through us despite our imperfections. So why are we so hard on everybody else for being so imperfect?
Preach.
That's not right. So heal your fucking hurt and work on your fucking self before you start pointing at everybody else and what everybody else fucking did to you.
Now that was beautiful. But I just have to play devil's advocate here. So is it not preference at that point? Like, if I want to say it's everybody else and it's not me, it's fuck everybody else and they did all of this to me and they didn't never give me my fair shot. Is it not fair to say that that's how they want to be? And then you should, if you don't want to be a part of that, you should, separate yourself from that and allow whoever, prefers that type of person to be with that person. I mean, it's preference. You got to take people for what they say they they are, and people always give you signs of who they are in certain situations, man. So people have to start taking people for face value, bro. And I think that's the difference. If you worked on yourself, you would know shit like that.
Yeah,
real quick. Hey guys, back to the tutorial. So
makeup tutorial.
I used to use sponges to blend out my concealer. I also like to let my concealer dry down a little bit before I blend it out. I used to use sponges, but I'm really into Maggie brought me to this new place here in Texas, honey, that got all these makeup brushes, and it's just amazing. But anyways, it's like this, it's really a contour brush that you're supposed to use right here, but I like it fits perfectly under my eye. And I've been feeling more often blending out my concealer with a brush. To me, it just leaves such much more of an airbrushed finish. So yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my eyes because I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just gonna use a little bronzer and blush using a bronzer and blush on my eye just to give a little natural look. But yeah, y'all can continue.
And I just wanted to say real quick, man, shout out to Pretty Boy, man. He said something that definitely made me giggle. And I'm going to say, oh no, that's definitely not it. Hold on, where did it go that quick? Man,
I also want y'all to touch on Izzy's comment. She said something earlier too about people being selfish. She said a lot. I'm coming into form. Y'all are disrespectful. A lot of people date due to selfish reasons, and that's why folks don't take the time to heal themselves prior to getting into relationships with people.
Hold on, who said that? Who said that?
Izzy said that.
Oh, there it is.
And that's super true because, like, for example, it's so much easier if I'm an insecure person to just find somebody who's going to validate me all day, every day. That is so
that gets tiring though, because that's not
fair to your partner.
Yeah.
Or like if I'm somebody who doesn't like to be alone, because a lot of people are running from loneliness to running from being alone. Like a lot of people are, I don't want to be by myself with my thoughts, so let me have a bunch of friendships that are distractions. Let me have a bunch of, relationships that are distractions, because it's easier.
Get on GroupMe.
It's easier for me to be easily distracted. There's like forms of escapism. You smoke weed all the time.
Or be somebody else through social media.
That's true. A lot of people do that too. And so it's super easy to kind of to date for your own personal validation, to date for somebody to tell you that you're pretty every day, to date for somebody to make you happy. And nobody's responsible for your happiness. You're responsible for your own happiness. And there's so many people who are in relationships, and I've been in relationships in the past where they're responsible for my happiness and I'm responsible for their happiness. So they have to bend hell or high water in order to make,
That's what we were just laughing at.
I knew it.
You doing our whole makeup. I feel like I need to do a little something, give you girls something.
Y'all still got time. Go ahead, do your thing. But remember, fellas, she is taken.
I have to bend hell or high water to make you happy, and you have to bend hell or high water. But it's like essentially, I'm complete. I'm happy on my own without a relationship. And you are complete and happy on your own. We just come together to experience one another. I always tell people, like, you are not supposed to possess another human being ever in your life. You're supposed to just experience them. People are supposed to come into your life and you're supposed to enjoy them. And if they leave, then they leave. If they stay, then they stay. A lot of people spend so much time, trying so hard to keep people around doing shit that they wouldn't necessarily do. And I know as women, having sex with people you wouldn't necessarily have sex with, you know what I'm saying? Having these spaces and doing things that undermine you and your character just to keep people around. And it's like, you're supposed to experience people. Everyone is a lesson. So if somebody leaves, that's just a lesson. I know that happens to so many women and men. Like, you just do so much to the point where you lose yourself trying to keep somebody. When you're not meant to possess nobody is a trophy on the shelf for you to say that you have. They got to do what you say they can do. They got to be where you say that they can be. They're responsible to make you, like, that's not what life is about. You're supposed to, in a relationship, I'm supposed to experience you. You're supposed to experience me. I'm supposed to connect with you. You're supposed to connect with me. And if you leave, then you leave. And that's just what it is. Some people are so scared of being left that they will change who they are as a person from the top to the bottom just to avoid being left. But it's like, at that point, you left yourself. You've abandoned yourself. You betrayed yourself. And now these people are here. And so, but you have the person, but you're not happy. You have this person all day, but you're no longer yourself in that space. So I really do think that like at a certain point, you really have to kind of evaluate, do I look at people as collections? Do I look at people as things? Do I look at people as hurt that could potentially happen? Do I look at people as just people? And you come in my life or you leave, you know what I'm saying?
People are gonna learn that either one or two ways, either the easy way by just realizing it, or life is gonna show you that the shit you think is cool ain't that cool.
I think that and I was just talking about this on Twitter recently. I feel like a lot of people look forward to relationships for selfish reasons, kind of how y'all was saying. So if you look at like what's glamorized when it comes to relationships, usually it's like, oh, I can't wait to be in a relationship so my partner can do XYZ for me. Like you never really hear like,
so
I just want to love on somebody, or I can't wait to have somebody to shop for.
Or I can't wait to cultivate something with somebody, or leave a mark on the earth with somebody. How can they serve me?
Right, exactly. And I think like. I feel like all of this shit starts with just people waking up every day and just making a conscious decision to be the best person that they can possibly be. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's like the key to damn near every world problem, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion. If you just focus on you know what I'm saying? Because we always talk about like trash people and good people and, what's goals and, what we don't want. And like, look, people, for some reason, people are fascinated with talking about everything that they don't want. I don't want a woman that wants me to pay all the bills. I don't want a man that's short. I don't want a woman that wears weaves. I don't want a dude with a small dick. Rather than talking about the shit that we actually want and speaking life and speaking positivity, we choose to speak solely on the negativity. And then we wonder why, you know what I'm saying, all of this shit around us is continuing a continuous cycle. It's because all we speak is negativity. All we acknowledge is fucking negativity, and we never actually say, man, I can't wait till I'm fucking married, because whoever I'm married to, because this is my perspective, you know what I'm saying, whoever I'm married to, like I realized I had to stop saying shit like, man, I would never spend, $500 on a date, because whoever I end up marrying, whoever I end up in a relationship with, I choose them. Yeah, no, like whoever it is, I choose them. And so if I chose them, that means that they're deserving of any and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to say I would never do XYZ is because I'm saying that from a place of hurt. You know what I'm saying? In a place of being scorned and XYZ. And so that, and that's what I see that shit every single day, and people don't just, you know what I'm saying, focus on the shit that they actually do want and they do look forward to, and that they do, you know what I'm saying, plan on, experiencing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So stop fucking being negative with all y'all motherfucking hating ass, negative, bald head, scallywag motherfucking ass.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is my turn. So
I
set my under eye with this Dermablend powder. I use the banana one. I really like this powder. It's very smooth. I really like Laura Mercier as well, if you girls are hip, and guys, because y'all like makeup too.
Okay.
And then I'm using this bronzer. I actually use two bronzers, right? So this bronzer is by Makeup Revolution. It's actually very affordable. I think it's only like $10 or $12, and I really like it. That's what I was putting right here to add like that bronzy finish glow. But I also like my Fenty Beauty Mocha Mommy, because me personally, I like bronzers with a little red in them to just make me look a little bit more like what I want to look. Tan, awake. Okay. Yeah, I like to look. Sun kissed.
Yeah, that shit definitely working.
Am I allowed to talk, Miss Nia Tip?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I just wanted to clarify something for the fellas, because I remember this shit from when I was watching a little tutorial about makeup and shit. So the bronzer, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes, sir.
The bronzer is to deepen where the light will not hit your face, to kind of add a contour to emphasize the shadows as the light is casted onto your face. And the highlight, which you're using a concealer for, is to emphasize where the light will naturally hit your face. Is that correct?
Yes. If you want to get a little bit more technical, though, specifically the contour is supposed to deepen it, because contours have cool undertones, right? So they deepen things. Bronzers usually have warmer undertones to kind of like, yeah, it goes where the contour goes, but it's warmer to make you look more like alive, not necessarily chiseled, because a contour makes you look more chiseled. Bronzers just make you look a little bit more like I'm sun-kissed, glowy, awake kind of thing. It's a hue thing.
Cooler tone.
Yeah, a cool tone versus a warmer tone. But what I'm using now is my blush. This is a really cheap blush from e.l.f. I don't even know the color. I love it. I like natural blushes that contribute. Like I said, the look I'm going for today is like an everyday summertime glowy kind of look. Even though in summertime in Texas it's 100-some degrees,
it's
and I probably wouldn't wear foundation, but this is just what foundation. I also like to put my blush on my forehead.
I see some like people in Georgia being like, it's 94 degrees and they be putting the temperature. I'm like, it's 106.
It's 106 in the hundreds here. So, and on my eyes, I just put my bronze. Like I said, this is just supposed to be like a quick everyday thing. I did not use any eyeshadows. I just put my bronzer and I used this cheap ass blush that was like $1. So I put bronzer and blush on my eyes.
Yeah, pigment is pigment, y'all.
Can I say something real quick?
Absolutely.
Man, y'all were talking about like value. This is what I think. I think that people expect and people request value from people that they're not even able to produce themselves sometimes.
That's true, because they're looking for somebody to fill that void.
Right. So, and they don't even know what
you giving that expectation to somebody else, and that's not fair.
It's not fair.
Yeah. I think that if you focused a lot more yourself and what your value is and what you're able to bring to the table and focused on that craft, get your 10,000 hours in, you know what I'm saying? If you know, goddamn. But if you focus on that, then goddamn, the other things will attract to you. Because in the midst of you focusing on yourself and learning what you want and don't want, you're going to begin to receive attention that's negative, attention that's positive, and you got to be able to sift through in your newfound understanding of yourself, if you will.
No, you said it like a super good point about like attracting, like you attract what you mirror, you know what I'm saying? And D had said the same thing when he had said like you're so focused on negative.
What the fuck? You done knocked the foundation down.
I think I'm a little tipsy. Okay, well, real quick before y'all finish, let me get to this highlight real quick.
Done broke the foundation.
Black Radiance highlighter is called the Gilded Glow. I love this highlighter so much. And then I also use Cognac Candy by Fenty Beauty.
Cognac.
Already, I love Fenty.
She loves Fenty Beauty.
I love Fenty. Now,
Fenty.
Ouch! I could go in all day about Fenty, but I really do love Fenty. But I mix those highlights. I don't know if you can catch the highlight on the camera, but I just put it right here and on my nose. I used to put it on my forehead, but I don't anymore.
That shit working, bro. I see like the tan and the bronzeness of it.
Honey. Okay.
It looked like you was in the Houston Sun. I mean the Dallas Fort Worth Sun all day.
And I'm about to use my Urban Decay D-Slick setting spray, and I'm about to mix it with my Morphe setting spray.
Can you believe that women do this much? We do a lot.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, because we're an hour and 3 minutes and 37 seconds in.
That's why we've been talking. I would have been done.
Nah, bro, you was working and talking. You was multitasking over that motherfucker.
Right, I was drinking and talking, smoking.
Yeah, drinking, talking, makeup and foundating, breaking the foundation.
We're on time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will say, vibrationally, you do attract.
Vibrationally.
That's what D was saying earlier. Like when you're so rooted in like negative thoughts, like I don't want a man who's short, or I don't want a woman who does this. Subconsciously thinking about all that negative, you're going to just attract that same person.
Yeah, you see that. Yeah.
But if you are someone who is more so like looking at relationships from a place of love, like I can't wait to love on someone, you will find somebody to love on that will genuinely love on you back. But when you're so focused on what you don't want and what you don't like, and coming from a place of criticism, a place of fear, a place of hurt, you will attract a hurt person just naturally, because that's your forward thinking thoughts. And like even with what you were saying about how like when you love somebody, I mean, when you kind of are looking for it in a more positive way, you'll attract a more positive person. And I do think that that's also one thing that people don't understand. Hurt people attract hurt people, and both of y'all continuously create a cycle of
hurt people.
But when you are healed, you will attract someone who is a healed person as well. And so that's also, if you ain't doing nothing else, sometimes within relationships, if you're sitting here like, why am I always getting hurt? Like, why is this always? Sometimes you gotta look at yourself. Are you codependent? You know what I'm saying? Are you someone who is very insecure? Are you someone who seeks validation? I had watched this one podcast and the girl was like, I've been cheated on in every single relationship. And so the guy was like, well, tell me the story of all the times you've been cheated on. And every single time she would say like, well, she got cheated on one time, the first time out of nowhere. The second time she was so hurt about being cheated on that she would look through the guy's phone. She would, even when he wasn't cheating on her, she would look through his phone. She would be extremely paranoid. She wanted him to be home by a certain time. She kind of pushed, and then he would try to break up with her. She would say, no, you can't break up with me.
Anybody who's sure of themselves ain't gonna take no shit like that. That's bullshit right there.
Listen. So he was like, let's make it. So she was like, let's make it work. Let's make it work. Let's make it work. He would stay. The only way he knew to break up with her, I mean, to really let her, like, let him go, was for him to cheat on her. So he cheated on her. And so that kept happening. That cycle kept happening. She'd been in 5 relationships. She wouldn't let the man go. She'd be extremely like controlling in that way. She wouldn't let the man go. And then the man would cheat on her. They would break up, you know? So she was like, I've been cheated on 5 times, but it's like, you're telling this story. You don't even see your own pattern of from a place of fear. And that fear is creating, like driving people away. And then they're cheating, and they're basically, you're just creating this same cycle over and over again. So it's like, people also don't understand, like, yeah, all the men were wrong for cheating on her, but still,
and you didn't deserve to get cheated on.
But what did you do?
What did you manifest into your reality? You manifested getting cheated.
Devil's advocate here. What was the other alternative?
What do you mean the other alternative?
To not cheating. If you have somebody who's that not sure of themselves, they won't let you go. I mean, cause that's what I'm saying. So these guys cheated that are not cheaters. Or I mean, like, so what is that?
I've also heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I've also met men who have cheated to get out of relationships because they feel like the person would not let them go outside of that. But you have to answer the question. Do you know anybody who's done that in the past? I know somebody.
Demetrius has done that. I'm just playing.
Anyway, so
go ahead,
hey, real quick, I want to say something. I got 2 things to say about that. So on one end, I feel like the man cheating because the woman wouldn't let him go is bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, if you want to leave, then fucking leave.
Get the fuck out of there.
You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Don't
nigga?
pass go.
You can't leave, nigga.
Get the fuck out of there.
Stop paying rent. You know what I'm saying? You know they don't like no lazy ass nigga. Yeah, stop paying rent. Just sleep on the couch. Walk around in your drawers. Leave the dishes everywhere. You know, leave the toilet seat up, my nigga.
But no, like I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
She's up with you because of the toilet seat. She's not doing it. You know.
But no, I hate hearing stories like where people act like they like somebody won't let them go and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like leave. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people
here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like in that regard, you got to take accountability for yourself in that regard. But
I agree.
I also think that and y'all kind of touched on this, I think that if every single relationship that you've been in has had similar results, you got to look at the fucking common denominator.
The common denominator, my nigga.
You got 1/8, 3/8, 5/8. Know what I'm saying?
You know,
like, all right, well, it's an 8 in all them bitches.
You know what I'm
saying? So, at what point do you like you need to reflect? And now I'm not blaming anybody for being cheated on. Like, cheating. Let me say this: cheating is not a mistake. Cheating is not a mistake. It is a choice. It's literally you saying, you know what? Fuck everything that I have with this person. Fuck our family. Fuck whatever we established. Fuck all that shit. I'm a cheat. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's putting a gun in your head. If they do, then that's a completely different subject. That's not cheating. You know what I'm saying?
We're going to need the police report on that.
Get in real quick. I just put my eyelashes on, guys. And I use
that was quick. I didn't even see you.
I use hair glue to put on my eyelashes, but don't do that. It's not good for your eyes.
That shit gonna drip off in that Dallas Fort Worth sun.
It be working.
It be working though, but I
got hair glue lashes on right now.
Yeah, but if you're new, don't do that.
But if you want to do it, then do
it. I like to use slanted tweezers to put my eyelashes on because it's just easier for me. But now I'm about to line my lips and put my lip gloss on, and then I'm pretty much done. Unless, should I do under eye? I'm gonna do under eye. But keep going.
But yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, you just have to. I'm not blaming nobody for being cheated on because that person made a choice. But you have to take accountability for the shit that you allow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's also like, how are you allowing it though? Like, what is the pattern of behavior?
Right, and that as well. It's like, okay, well, what like.
But like, they're giving something up though, bro. They're giving up the opportunity to not be cheated on just to have that person around them. You know what I'm saying? So they're sacrificing something. Everybody knows the sacrifice. When you're doing that and you see that pattern, you know the pattern. It ain't like you just don't know. You just know that when the time comes for you to be like, okay, he's saying he don't want to be with me. That's what the last person said. And not shortly after that, they goddamn cheated on me. So goddamn, you don't want to be with me? Okay, let me go see why with myself.
But don't get me wrong. Let's be very clear. You did not deserve. You don't deserve.
No, definitely.
Right.
You don't deserve that. It is absolutely terrible that you went through that. Agreed. And it's not. And the thing is, within this though, I feel like this is a tough conversation to have because it's like, oh, this affects another. Like, I feel like we have to be able to compartmentalize certain things, right? So let's compartmentalize that. The emotions and the feelings that you've gotten, you know what I'm saying, you've cheated on your experience because your experience should have never happened to you. You don't deserve that. Nobody deserves to go through that. But at the same time, let's compartmentalize on the other end. Why does it keep happening? You know what I mean? Why does it keep happening? And what sucks is you have to realize, no, I don't deserve to get cheated on, but what am I unconsciously putting out that is attracting this cheating energy to me?
I need to heal?
I need to, you know what I'm saying? Am I dealing with people who are habitual, you know what I'm saying, whatever they are, trash ass people, and I'm not seeing, like, am I attracting people who are like really like wolves in sheep's clothing?
But also, like, am I attracted to people who are bad to me?
Right. Am I attracted
or attracted to projects?
Wolf in sheep's clothing.
I know a lot of people are attracted to projects. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's like
some shit.
Yeah, it's like this motherfucker showed you, and this is, again, I'm not directing this at any gender. This is for men, women, and, you know, others, however you identify.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people are, you know what I'm saying, like they like a challenge. They want to fix somebody. You know what I'm saying? They want a project. It's like they feel like, oh, well, I could tell what's wrong with this person. Oh, I know their zodiac sign. Y'all are typically like this. So all you need is for me to do X, Y, Z, and you'll be the perfect partner for me. You know what I'm saying? And then they invest all this shit. They allow this person to show all these red flags that they ignore. And they're like, oh, well, I can fix him. I can fix him. I can fix him. And then that person like is like, no, I just really don't fuck with you. I just really am never going to treat you right. I'm never going to do X, Y, Z. And I'm showing you this both through the way I speak to you and the way that I treat you and the actions that I overall take within this relationship. And people just continue to bypass that because they feel like they can fix it. And so in that regard, that's why I'm saying, like, accountability has to be there on both ends. It's not that it's your fault. You know what I'm saying, that you got cheated on. Like, you're never, like, that's never your fault, but you have to take responsibility for the boundaries that you're setting and the accountability that you have for yourself and the shit that you involve yourself in and what you allow. And so I just want to point out this comment Rhea made. She said, expect what you accept. And I think that's a good way to put it right there. You know what I'm saying? If you accepting a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, treating you dirty, if you accepting people talking to you any old type of way and violating the boundaries, or you not even setting no boundaries, so they just wilding out doing what they want, then that's what you should expect, and you shouldn't expect anything different.
But it's also like, why are you accepting it? Do you think that you are not good enough to be loved? Do you think that you are not, like, there's so much that on your end as well. Because why are you like if you thought you were the shit and you thought you were amazing and you thought that you could love somebody, why would you accept that? It's something going on, whether it's what you've seen in the past as a kid, you've watched certain things happen. And so you normalize it in your head, whether it's a deep-rooted insecurity, whether it's a codependency issue. There's plenty of reasons why you are accepting that. You know what I'm saying? So I think also that concept is, for example, if I was healed, right? And I've had this experience before. If I was healed, a man coming up to me and telling me any the fuck type of thing, you wouldn't even get that far. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't even get that far. Somebody who's telling me they want to let me go, we would just go our separate ways. There wouldn't be if I didn't have a fear of abandonment, if I didn't need a validation, if I wasn't there, you would just go. And if I wasn't emotionally unavailable and I attracted other emotionally unavailable people, you would just go. So I think it's also the understanding of it's not just the conscious decision to accept. It's also what's going on in here that's making you want to accept that. Because it's not just, sometimes people's parents have been cheated on and you watch them stay. So you stayed. Sometimes it's, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of codependency issues that stem from me being a kid and being codependent on the things that happen. And so now the idea of I'm codependent, me and you are intertwined, or I have a very big fear of abandonment. I was abandoned as a child because of that in a certain by my father. So because of that, I don't want nobody to leave me ever, no matter what the fuck you do to me. The fact that you leave me is the heart. So it's the acceptance part. Like nobody's consciously making a decision to get hurt, but what is it in your past? And I think it goes back to who's responsible for your healing. What is it in your past that is causing you to accept something? How do you need to heal from it in order for you to attract better? Because until you heal from it, you will never attract better, because in your mind, you still are in that place. You're still a little boy or a little girl wanting their mom or their dad or whatever, their first boyfriend to love you, and you don't want to leave. There's so many spaces where you don't just actively accept things. I don't want to believe everybody who's ever been cheated on just accepted the fact. You might have other issues healing wise that you need to heal from. Because if I'm a fully healed person, like I said, I'm never gonna let you take advantage of me. I'm never. When you want to bye. If you want to treat me bad, if you want to be disrespectful, bye. But as somebody who has dealt with disrespect in the past from men, it's like, did I believe that that's how men were supposed to treat me? Who talked to me? Who talked to me?
Shit up.
Right. Who talked to me like that in the past that I normalized? So now when men talk to me like that, it's not a big deal. Like, where is that in the past that I have to heal from in order to accept better?
I'm gonna say this.
Really quick.
Go ahead.
I lined my lips. I lined my lips with NYX Espresso, and then on my
Morgan.
Hey Morgs. I use this lip gloss. It's from ColourPop. I think it's what's that shit called? Discontinue. I also put in Eclair by NYX, and I used Fenty Beauty, but it's on the floor.
I will put lip gloss.
So I don't know which one it is. So that is my lip combination. Those are the lips I like to do. And this is the final look, just like a everyday bronzy, glowy kind of.
God damn, Shawty. Hey, Shawty, what your name is? What your name is? Girl, you look like an appetizer, the goddamn full course, the goddamn dessert, and a nightcap. Good.
Damn.
You better ask about it. But yeah, that was it.
Hey, real quick, I just wanted to comment because I see people are very active in the comments, so we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in for the Nia takeover.
Yeah.
Also with Maggie. But if y'all, and I ain't be the also with Maggie.
Nah, dog.
No, I ain't want to skip over it like
Maggie,
that fast.
Don't take that shit. This is your takeover.
I'm also not naked, guys.
Word, but I just wanted to say if y'all would like to join in on the show, I just posted the link in the comments.
Hop on the live stream.
Somebody come in and
talk with.
I mean, because it's supposed to be a takeover, man. I mean, if enough of y'all come in this motherfucker, me and D ain't gonna have no choice but to get the fuck out of here.
Bye. Bye bye.
Hey, they ain't even in here yet. Yeah, they ain't gonna come.
I'm just saying, it looked like a weak ass takeover right now. So if
that
y'all
look
here
like the goddamn,
show
I'm gonna
me-
ask them, I'm gonna ask them how long they gonna be over.
Let me tell you something. This is the most views y'all done motherfucking had, and I don't know how long. I be bitch, and I be watching.
Cap.
Being here, right?
Yeah, we done had 20 something before.
Guess who they walk in here looking for me and my bitch, right?
All right, that's not cap.
If they
That's
took
no cap.
too motherfucking long. So,
No cap.
All right, where y'all guess that? Where y'all guess?
Yeah,
So-
what the fuck y'all guess that?
So if you here to support Nia and Maggie, you know what I'm saying?
Come
Click
on.
the link. I'm gonna post it one more time for those
One more
that
time,
missed
D.
it. Hop
Yeah.
on the show. We
Hop
would
on
love
the
to
show.
have you. Give your input on the current topic. We talking about responsibility for healing. We talking about Hurt Bay, and we also got
Girl, y'all
Nia
look like the left
Maggie
and right Twix.
giving the ultimate.
Which one am I? Am I left or am I right?
We never know which one is left or right. We just pick one. And I think both of them are right. To be
if you
real with
want the link to this wig, just text me.
Okay.
Oh,
You
Shannon,
better have an affiliate code, bitch, if you about to.
you. Hey man, because we ain't talking about that before you
so
said
much,
it.
Rhea says she loves my look. Thank you so much. Thank you, Maya. She said we
She
love a
just
natural
talked
beat.
into the comments.
And Shannon, how much do I think? Oh,
Come on,
hey,
nice
Kristen. Thanks, sis. How much do I think all the makeup I use cost? I mean, if I'm being honest, I use a kind of a mix of high end and low. Yeah, you don't want to see. I mean, Shannon, you can come over and I can show you. And we could have a one-on-one.
It's actually
Shannon, we could have a one-on-one.
I
But
think that'll be a good. That's a good.
if I had to guess, how much it costs,
like
it's probably like
$250.
$200 up here.
$250.
$250.
Or maybe it's a lot.
It's the
it's
the foundation that's running it up.
Because this ain't nothing.
That ain't nothing,
Yeah.
but it's like the Fenty and all that shit that costs like $40 for one thing. You know what I mean? But there's always affordable options. Shannon, we gotta go to the brush place because these brushes are only $1.
Yeah,
So-
I'll show you guys. It's right by my house.
Yeah. So yeah, but we had a guest. Where's our guest?
I don't see any guys.
Nobody back
Oh,
there.
they got off. Okay. So anyway,
They ain't never came
y'all
on.
click the link if you want to hop on. Jalen, hop on.
Also, I'm an
Chanel, hop
astrologer,
on.
so if you want to
Yes.
get some astrology.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, do me.
What's your sign?
I'm a Pisces. Y'all was talking that Pisces shit earlier. I ain't say shit. God. I was like, I'm not that kind of Pisces, bro. I
Are
definitely.
you a March or a February Pisces?
I'm a Pisces because I'm like on the last day. I'm like the 19th. My birthday on the 19th.
Oh,
So
you
I think
know
it's like
what
Aries right there.
Astrology with Maggie, come on in, everyone.
Astrology with Maggie. Let's go. Read my
You're
shit.
Pisces, Aries.
I'm a Pisces.
I hate them.
Those gotta be the worst.
Them are worse than regular Pisces
Regular, but I would rather have a regular Pisces.
or a regular Aries.
I mean, I think I was born as a Pisces.
Hey, Pasha, thank you so much.
Aries was, I don't know.
Yeah, no.
March 19th is my birthday, though. I'm a Pisces.
You're a Pisces.
Okay.
Pisces are very romantic in the core of their hearts. They want a love story. They are very, I call them my problematic water sign. Y'all are my problematic water sign. Y'all are very like, y'all are watery. You like to pretend nothing bothers you. You like to pretend you're a very upfront person, very straightforward, but deep down inside, your feelings be hurt just a little bit. And deep down inside, and also up front, you'll address it. You'll let somebody know. That
One
something-
thing I'll say about a Pisces is they have a really hard time articulating how they truly feel in order for somebody to correct themselves. So then when they get done, like when a Pisces says fuck it, like fuck this, fuck it, fuck it, they're done. Like they are fed the fuck up, but you be confused because it's just like, what happened? Like, what happened? We was just cool yesterday, but I've been getting on your nerves all this time, and I didn't even know because you didn't tell me.
But also, you were acting a little goofy. Look at Pretty Boy. He said, Nia did her makeup, smoked hookah, drank wine, sampled 15 beers, broke shit, and posted a podcast.
Word. All in an hour and 24 minutes and 6 seconds.
That's funny. Listen, I am true to this. I'm not new to this. So
let them know.
So leave her alone.
No. I think
some grace, okay? We been trying to look good. Yeah, we been trying to look good for ourselves, but we're trying to look good for y'all too.
Y'all did your thing for the takeover, and I think y'all are pretty accurate when it comes to the Pisces thing. I resonated with a lot of that stuff. I was like, you know what? Because
everybody's not made the same, you know.
Yeah, of course.
Natal chart, but we'd have to do that.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say earlier too. A lot of people need to start looking into the. Yeah. You heard it. Yeah. A lot of people need to start checking into the pedigree of the people that they dealing with too, bro, because a lot of this shit is like bloodline, like who the fuck your people are, the way you act, why you act. It has something to do with it. I mean, the astrology thing does, because I handle different things. Like when you were saying that, like I be hurt by shit like deep down. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't expect it to happen, to come from people that, you know what I'm saying, I deal with, you know. But at the end of the day, when it comes to, you know, me getting it out, I do make sure that I express myself and my feelings because, you know, I'm a fucking boss, Bo. So I got to make sure that goddamn my shit together, goddamn. I can't be out here lacking. They got me fucked up, nigga.
You have to understand that also y'all are easily offended.
Yeah, we are.
To a degree. Like a lot of things people are not necessarily meaning to make it a you thing. I will also say Pisces are also very escapist. I'll hit Virgos next, but Pisces are very
can't stand y'all.
Pisces, I like Virgos. Pisces are very escapist.
Kristen,
so y'all go to y'all side and deal with whatever you need to deal with alone. Y'all can be considered very much so loners. Pisces can be considered loners. So it's like when you come back, nothing is wrong. But when something is wrong, you very much so escape into your own world, handle it however you need to, and then come back. But I think one thing that Pisces need to understand is that people see that. Like it's not without notice. Like we notice something's wrong with you. So you might as well say something and then go to your corner rather than just go to your corner and just never say nothing, come back like
right. Because if you say something and then go to your corner, you can marinate on the solution that we are about to embark on versus getting in your head and going down like this deep, like this fucking hole
that everybody hates.
That everybody hates you. You did this, so you probably feel this way. You probably feel this way, and all this other stuff. Like no, like let's talk about it for a second. Then you can go. Then we can come back and we can make sure everything is good.
But Pisces are great. I want a Pisces to write my wedding vows.
Pisces are very.
Hey, I got you. I got them bars.
Pisces, so I have a very soft spot for Pisces.
A lot of people do though. A lot of people have those spots for Pisces. We're lovable.
We're gonna go into Virgo season. I love Virgo.
Hold on, before you go to Virgos real quick, let me just say, everybody, hey, niggas finding different ways to spell it. Yeah, accurate. We need to hashtag that. Bring that back, man. Goddamn accurate. Yeah. Hey, let me say this. Astrology with Maggie. We might need to make that a regular segment because she is on the fucking dot with that shit, bro. Hey, she read my ass, bro. I feel naked in this motherfucker.
Okay, so Virgos, love Virgos.
We got Cassie here's Virgo, Shannon's a Virgo.
I have a Virgo Venus. Because of that, I really enjoy Virgos. You guys are perfectionists. Y'all are extremely hard on yourselves. And because of that, y'all are extremely hard on everybody in your life. Like super hard on everybody. And it's not coming from a place of like, I just want to criticize you. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's not coming from a place of, I just want to criticize you. It's coming from a place that I want to be the best me. So I want you to be the best you so we can be the best people and have the best relationship, have the best friendship. But a lot of the times it comes across to other people like, here's somebody who just wants to pick at me all day long and fuss all day long. So you spend a lot of time trying to like confirm. Oh, Blue Mist.
Look, they was ready. They were like, oh girl, it's Blue Mist. Look, I can tell you where to get it. Text me. I'm gonna send you the address, okay?
Listen, let's be very clear. The way that we rock in our circle, we ain't them stingy bitches who ain't gonna tell you where we bought something from, how we do something. Like we not like that. We want everybody to win. Have the best,
Google nowadays.
Time you want to have, look the best you want to look. Like we not like that at all. We don't do that.
Back to Virgos. Virgos can be a little prudy at the beginning of their life until they tap into their inner sexuality. That's another thing about Virgos, they can be a little much so the virgin until they kind of unlock the swag about themselves, and then they're able to kind of get to that point. Key person, Beyonce. For a really long time, she wasn't giving you nothing.
Virgos don't be having no personality.
They're great. I love them. I love Virgos. And also Virgos are earth signs, but to me, they're a very practical earth sign a lot of the time. But I will say Virgos are it's the principle of the matter type of sign. Like you spend a lot of time fighting about the principle of the matter when nothing particularly happened to make you upset. They are quick to point out something that's wrong in a particular situation, but nothing technically happened to them. So people start looking at them like, why you wrong? Scorpios, I'm not a huge fan of Scorpios.
Can't stand Scorpios.
Not a huge fan.
Damn.
But I'm not going to sit here and cap on you and not say,
oh, Kasha tried it.
Not skip Libra.
She tried it.
Wow, I'm a Libra, so we're not even going to touch on
We're
Scorpios.
sister signs.
So we're not even going to touch on Scorpios because you got to not give them the attention that they want.
Yeah, you can't give
Any
them
other
attention that they
sign?
want. Libra. Raven asked about.
I love Libras. I'm a Libra. We're very.
I love Libras too, but honestly, Libras are better as friends than they are as romantic
relationship partners.
As friends,
They indecisive
Libras
as fuck.
are there to have fun. They're gonna laugh with you. They gonna kick it with you. They gonna they gonna do all of that. You know what I mean? You gonna, especially as an Aries, because we're very impulsive
Aries.
and ready to like with the shits. A Libra will be right there with your ass. You know what I'm saying?
But we're also gonna calm you down.
They're gonna bounce
If you
us
start
out
walling out too outrageous,
because we're sister signs. But the thing is, romantically, these niggas don't never know what the fuck they want to do.
I can agree.
They can come off as fake as well, because it's just like Libras are very like
Yeah, the men can fall
personal.
off the cliff. I
Yeah.
feel like opposite sex.
I had a
feel like the
really
same.
big crush on a Libra, and I just had to let that shit go because I said you play too many games.
Yeah, I feel like opposite signs feel that way. So, like, for example, straight woman might feel like fuck Libra men, and a straight man might feel like fuck Libra women. It's very common.
Yeah,
It's very common
because they don't. Honestly, a Libra has to want you.
Yeah.
For you to be able to be with a Libra, like
Yeah.
they have to like dead ass. I have decided in my Libra confused ass
Raven.
brain that they want to be.
When's your
with you.
birthday? We have to determine that we want to be with you. We
I
definitely
think
have
Raven
to.
is.
Hey, if y'all see the comments tripping, it's because both me and Larry try to click shit at the same time. So that's it.
But yeah, Libras can be
But
football
I will
cause.
say-
Yes,
I will
yes.
say Libras are very much so very charming when it comes to friendships. And I will drag my own sign for a quick second. A lot of the times people think people will think you're a lot closer to a Libra than you are, which is why we get the connotation of fake. A lot of Libras get the connotation of fake, but it's just because we're a very harmonious sign. So because of that, when we're with you, even though you ain't my best friend, I will treat you well. And a lot of people are not used to being treated well by people. A lot of people be like, oh, if I don't fuck with you or if I don't know you like that, I'm going to give you the cold shoulder. Libras are going to be super well. Because one thing about Libras is we like to have a good experience in any situation. So if somebody walks in that I don't particularly like, the night's still going to go well for me. Like I'm not one of those people to let things, like I'm gonna have fun regardless. And so even if I don't know you, I'm gonna have the best time with somebody I don't know. Whereas there's a lot of people, for example, earth signs or water signs or whatever, it's like, I don't know you, so I'm not gonna give you no energy. So a lot of times people think they're way closer to Libras than they are.
Libras do also like to be
like to be liked, but I think it comes from this space of like, I want to have a good time while I'm wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Rather than like, I just want you to like me.
Well, that's mature.
Okay, well,
Immature Libras
You're right.
are definitely
You could be
validated
right.
by people liking them.
You could be
just
right.
like how immature Virgos will
Are
like
critical
will
as fuck.
argue you to fucking death
about some
and
shit
be
they don't
wrong.
know about.
And they won't know that they will be fucking wrong.
I had
as
a Libra.
fuck.
I mean, I had a Virgo friend who tried to argue me down about sex,
They was saying,
and
"Nah,
they were
y'all
a
crazy."
virgin. And I was like, "Girl, how are you?
How you gonna argue with me
down?
about sex and you're a virgin?
They were arguing because they believe their stance is right.
So they seen porn.
Right. They be like, I would never. I'm like, you don't know what you would never, what you would until you have sex, baby girl. And so they were upset. And so you're arguing me down about some stuff that you don't know nothing about. So until you know somebody, reach out to me. But I will say Libras, immature Libras do like to be liked. Who was the other person that they said?
Tauruses.
I hate Tauruses, but I love them. I hate them, but I love them.
Same.
That is confusing as hell.
Listen, y'all niggas
That's
don't.
some Libra shit right there.
No, but the thing is, a Taurus will dead ass tell you in your face, that's right. Your advice is so right.
So right.
And still do what the
I'm
fuck
so
they
wrong.
want to do.
And just do whatever they want. Also, Taurus.
What's the point of me wasting my breath on you?
I mean, shit. At least you was right.
They are they'll do things on their own, and they won't come to you until there's a big ass problem. Like they won't reach out to you until they're like, "Hey, the whole world is on fire."
Hey man, Corona out there.
You know what I'm saying? The whole time, like they're very omitting. I think Tauruses in general are very scared of being judged, so they spend a lot of time kind of circumventing that by just doing whatever they want in secrecy. And then when the world catches on fire or things happen to them, that's like they'll come to you for your advice, and then you just kind of have to impart them.
But the thing is,
they eat a lot.
I was about to say, you can always
Niggas
have
eat
a good time
lot.
with a Taurus is down to eat, bro.
They down to eat, bro.
They love to eat, man.
Eat what exactly?
Go to a restaurant. A Taurus is down for two
A
appetizers.
Taurus is not gonna make you feel bad for
Entree,
eating.
they
Man.
want-
Oh, food.
Oh,
Okay.
food.
Food, bro. Yeah,
They
food.
just want to eat and chill in the fucking house.
house and chill.
Well, eat what?
Hold on. Take out. Like what kind of eating?
Anything, food.
Anything.
okay.
Food.
False
Okay,
alarm
food.
again,
Yeah,
sorry.
we're still talking about food, bro. DoorDash and shit.
Yeah, no, they're fine with it. If you tell
And
them
don't find a Taurus that know how to cook, boy. It's over.
somebody said, "Oh, Michigan Taurus love to eat." They love to eat. That's a group of
Eat
people
what again?
that will eat.
pussy
You
and
said-
ass.
Stop.
Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
it's playing.
There it is. The truth.
Love
The
to eat.
truth.
I couldn't even live with a Taurus because I would be a big bitch because I would really be because I love
Be
to
eating.
eat. Tauruses love to eat. That's one thing I genuinely and they also love. Tauruses also really love. They want a partner. They're very much so a relationship sign.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. I love doing my makeup too.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty boy.
Mm.
Oh, you know him in real life.
No,
No.
Oh,
Well, I mean, we don't know.
we don't know him in real life.
I mean,
hey, they said that shit quick as hell. Like, nah, we don't know that motherfucker.
yes, Tina, y'all love to eat. I'm telling y'all will find a restaurant and we will eat at it. I'm telling you.
And then they be dreaming about Tauruses be the type of people who look up the menu and salivate
I
at the
do that.
menu
I
at the
do.
thought of what they about to eat.
Mm.
No, they ain't just Taurus. Fat people do that shit too.
Yeah,
All the time.
I do that every now and then too.
Aquarius.
I do that every now and then too.
Very intelligent.
I love
D,
Aquarius.
tell them what I said about Aquarius.
He don't remember.
He do remember.
No,
'cause it's
She said that we the best thing ever, and if you want
Yeah,
true
that don't look
love,
like what she said.
then get you an Aquarius. So
Her face definitely changed when you started talking.
no, she was like, no, she said like if you want you a king, ladies, get you an Aquarius. That's what she said.
No, that's not what he said.
I don't think that was it either, bro.
are very intelligent people, no matter their education level. They are very intelligent. They can hold a very intelligent conversation about things that they're passionate about. I like to call Aquariuses my little project managers. They're great at looking at systems, businesses, organizations, and determining
What's wrong?
basically what's wrong and
Yeah,
how
she did tell me that.
they're good problem solvers.
Finally.
About Aquariuses though is that they don't like the system, they don't like society, they don't like that shit. They believe that they should be individuals that are promoted, gifted, and everything off of merit, and they should not have to prove themselves, play the game in any way, shape, or form. They're like, hey. So a lot of times to me, I feel like with Aquariuses, they have issues kind of holding a job, and I don't mean it in the sense of like you probably can't, but they're not happy there because they'll get in, they'll see they'll get in, they'll see like kind of what's wrong with the job, and then they'll harp on it forever. Opposed to somebody who like Aquariuses versus people like Cancers or Earth signs who get into a job and they're like, this is my home now. Aquariuses really don't see it like that. So I will say Aquariuses are my little project managers. Tauruses do like to eat.
Feed them what exactly, Rhea?
These.
I'm telling you, they like to eat that food.
I cook.
Tauruses love to eat. I think that's really one thing, period. You can give
Angry.
Oh no, that wasn't the one.
Cancers, we don't got time for cancer.
Definitely did, Rhea. That's why I asked. We had to clarify.
Cancers are tough. Cancers are a little emotionally manipulative, let's be honest.
Yeah.
You guys are going to do things for the sake of saying that you did it in order to then not necessarily complain, but kind of secure your spot or validate your spot in people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
And then you throw it in people's faces later. I think Cancers have to really master the concept of Virgos are project managers too, actually.
Because they're super
But I will say Cancers have to master the concept of loving people unconditionally or without reciprocity. A lot of Cancers do not do that. A lot of Cancers do a lot of things out of like security or validation to keep people around. And then when it doesn't work out,
that's some sucker shit.
And then when it doesn't work out, then they kind of throw it in your face or get angry or feel like that's why I don't keep people around. When it's like, as Cancers, I just wish Cancers
just
would
do it
just
for
do what you wanted to.
Cancers need to practice putting themselves first and like understanding that
even at jobs,
man. And Cancers need to practice putting themselves first and understanding that if I'm in a good place, everything else is going to follow. I don't have to secure you first. I need to secure me first. And then that exchange, I'm going to be able to secure everything else. I'm going to be able to be validated in everything else because I am secure. But Cancers are also very loyal. I think Cancers are very loyal people.
Too loyal.
But and that's the thing, because they be mad loyal, but they be loyal out of like, if I'm loyal to you, then you can never leave me. And it's just like, be loyal because you're loyal. Be nice to me
because you're nice.
Do things for me because you want to, not because you're like, okay, you gotta stay here, so I gotta do all these things to make sure you stay here. Which is why when something happens to a Cancer, it's the end of the fucking world, because like, oh my God, I did all of this to secure this and it didn't work out. When it's just like, why did you do that like that?
Because you wanted to secure your motherfucker. Sagittarius is Jalen. We not even
Jalen. I don't even think we got.
We're not even gonna do that about Sagittarius.
And how you be playing games?
Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, no. Sagittarius is. I have a Sag rising.
I have a Cancer moon.
So I do love Sagittarius because.
Hey, what's that? Rising and moon. Can you define those terms?
When you have a birth chart, everyone can go to it to Google birth chart astrology
or natal chart.
Chart. When you have a birth chart, basically you have a rising. You have a bunch of shit.
Yeah, you have a bunch.
The most personal things that I always kind of look at is your rising. Your rising is what you present to people when you first meet them.
I have a Leo rising.
I have a Sag rising. So my rising is very like fire sign, boisterous. Then you have your who you are as a person, who you grow into be. That's your sun sign. That's the sign that you are. So for example, Pisces is your sun sign. Then you have a moon sign, which is your emotions. Your moon sign is deep down inside, how you process things, how you speak, all of those things is how you do all that with your emotions, how you process your emotions, how you feel about certain things. Oh, she said she's a Leo rising.
Turn up, Cena.
And so in those spaces, so yeah, that's your moon sign. The ones that I also give a fuck about when people ask me is your Venus. Your Venus is how you love people. I have a Virgo Venus, which means I have a very servant Venus. My Venus, the way that I love people is very acts of service. Like I want to make sure that you're good. And I've noticed here that your Q-tips are low. So I went ahead and bought you some new Q-tips. She has Pisces?
I have a Pisces Venus, so I'm very idealistic. I'm very romantic. I'm very lovey-dovey, like to like, whew, man.
So your Venus is who you are. I mean, how you love your friends, your family, and your relationships.
I just Google Pisces Venus?
No, you're gonna Google birth chart.
Birth chart, and then you have to put in where you were born and what time you were born.
All right, y'all hold it down real quick. I'm gonna do this. So birth chart. Okay, I got you.
And then you have, if anybody else wants to know, then you have your Mars. Your Mars is your anger planet. So who you are when you're angry.
I have a Leo Mars.
So she's very, very, very boisterous. I have a Scorpio Mars, which means I can use my space of perception to get into that ass. Then you have Mercury, which is who you are when you just communicate, period.
I have an Aries Mercury,
which means she's very like particular about speech communication. She also has like certain rules. She's a very semantical person.
I am very semantical. Like I'm very say what the fuck you mean and mean what the fuck you said. We don't have.
If you don't spell some shit right, she got attitude.
If you know, and use your periods and your commas and your exclamation points properly, because you need to take responsibility.
Aries fucking Mercury.
You need to take responsibility for how you come across. That's just how I am in general. I feel like it's your responsibility on how you come across versus how people take you. People are like, well, I didn't mean it like that. If that's how you took it, oh well. I think that's totally irresponsible, inconsiderate, and selfish. I think that you should do your due diligence to analyze who you're talking to and make sure you're talking to them properly so your message gets across the best way properly. The way that I talk to her is not the same way I might talk to somebody else in order to get the same message across. And I feel like that's our responsibility to do that.
I have a Scorpio Mercury, which means I'm very perceptive. Sometimes, a lot of the time, I communicate very non-verbally and I pick up on a lot of non-verbal cues. So sometimes I can tell when something's wrong with somebody without them ever saying something's wrong with them, because Scorpio is a sign of intuition. So if you have a lot of Scorpio in your birth chart, you're a very intuitive person. So you don't need a crazy amount of practicality for somebody to determine that they're upset or they're hurt by something or whatever.
Well, I typically like that. If that's how you took it, oh well. It's something. I think he's about to come in here. He's about to say, no, because listen, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
You're not about to come in here on this side.
You're not.
Yes,
no.
What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Mute, yeah.
I haven't seen you in forever, bitch. I miss him.
Hey, real quick, Jayla, can you?
We love this. We love this.
Hey, real quick, Jayla, can you make sure that if you're watching the show, you turn it down or mute it? So, all right, appreciate it. But yeah, first, go ahead, introduce yourself, bro. They finally got a guest, so go ahead and introduce yourself. Drop your social media.
They finally got a guest, nigga. Don't try.
I just came really to talk about Sagittarius because they wanted to talk about Mercury and Venus, and we don't need to hear all that. We wanted to hear about the Sagittarius. That's what I came out here to talk about.
You're such a Sagittarius. I love this hair though.
You're looking good. You're looking fucking good.
You're looking real daddy-ish out here.
You're looking like
I love
daddy.
I probably got a haircut. So yeah, Maggie, you can start so I can bicker.
Let me
He
tell
came
you,
to talk his shit.
Talk your shit.
because I'm a Sag rising. My only thing with Sagittarius is I feel like, yeah, bitch, drink this is a million different types of beer.
Okay, sorry, keep focusing.
My only thing with Sagittarius is I feel like sometimes Sagittarius gotta say shit that don't necessarily need to be said. Sagittarius are the people who like, hey, I absolutely have to address something that don't necessarily need to be addressed. Let people just have they ain't shit moments and move on. Sagittarius are very like, I will never let you have me. I will never let you have it. Things must be addressed. That's not the only thing. That's why y'all are the problematic phase.
But I think that's
funny.
People like that in your life that will call the shit out. We don't have the patience. That's what it is.
And that's the problem. But the thing about it is also with Sagittarius is you expect a lot of people to have patience with you.
Well, duh. I mean, it's
not well done.
So you get to that space where it's like everybody's giving you the grace, but it's like, oh, no, this needs to be said. One thing I do love about a good Sag is y'all will take a bitch out, y'all will drag a bitch on some funny shit.
I love Sagittarius.
I ain't gonna sit here and cap. If you drag me with a joke, I'm gonna laugh. I'm not gonna sit here and cap. That's why I love that.
But romantically, Sagittarius like to play games.
100%.
So play fucking games. They like to be indecisive. They like to play games, and wear that bitch thin. And then they be like, okay, I don't want you no more. And they be like, oh, wait, hold on, wait. I think I like you. Bitch, you've been playing games for 6 months.
They do like the toxicity of it all.
Yes.
No, but I got a Scorpio Venus, so I don't really do that. So I can't relate there, but
we're problematic.
I will say I'm pretty problematic.
Scorpio's like that little cat and mouse game too.
Because I'm a Sag, a Leo Mars, and I have an Aquarius rising. So
the Libra moon, don't you?
Yeah, I believe that makes me so.
I love a good Libra moon.
You know, that keeps me balanced a little bit.
It do keep you back. That is your anchor. That keeps you.
We didn't let Jalen introduce himself because we know him, but Jalen, can you introduce yourself? Because people are asking like where you're from and who you are.
Jalen, I'm from Atlanta. What else I want to know? My relationship status is lonely. I got dumped.
Hey, bro, hold on, time out. Why you saying like that, bro?
Jalen is one of my best friends, okay?
Hey, bro,
yeah, his whole vibes changed. He's like, damn, what kind of shit does a Cold One podcast got going on over there? Just asking questions. Oh man. Hey, I just want to say, man, y'all sound very proficient in this astrology thing. I just looked at that stuff and I got very confused, bro. It's too much information. I thought it was something I could figure out like right now.
Hobby.
I see.
What was your natal chart? Did you look it up?
Hold on, yeah. So let me see if I can share my screen real quick and I'll show you what I got.
And while you're doing that, I have a quick question. Okay. And I don't know if it's just me, but it seems like when it comes to astrology, majority of the time, it seems like women are a lot more well versed in it in comparison to men. Like, have y'all noticed that? And if so, why do you think that is?
Larry's
hold on real quick. Let me set my screens up so I can see
question.
y'all.
All right, cool.
Shit,
no, we're not
going to think of an answer.
Look, they say, yeah, we're gonna keep scrolling down.
I got you, Nia. Hold on.
A little bit, because on the next chart it will say you're rising, so I can see your rising.
Okay, keep scrolling.
No, he's rising.
Just a little bit. No, go back up.
I don't think he knew the time. I don't think he.
You didn't know the time. Oh yeah, his time is not on there. Okay. That's rising.
Oh, hold on. I can go back and fix that real quick. Y'all go ahead. I think I know the time.
Okay. But why women are more well versed in astrology than men are? I feel like
you better show your. Hold up! Don't show your birth chart for somebody put some juju on your ass.
Oh shit! I ain't know all that. Hold on. Why you ain't tell me niggas be juju?
Juju, honey.
Juju on your chart. Let me get my shit out.
I'm scared of putting my whole birth chart on somebody.
Listen, but like in real life, I feel like a lot of people are fake astrologers. Like a lot of people really don't know. They only know from their personal experiences, and they speak from their personal experiences only, not from an objective point of view, from actually reading and understanding where these people are coming from and how collectively it all contributes together. I feel like with us in particular, we're very obsessed with like how people think and how everything like kind of comes together. So, I do believe when you are born, there is a certain energy revolving around from when you're born that can affect who you are. Granted, that's not the end all be all. You know what I mean? That's not like, just like how I said I don't like Scorpios. That doesn't mean I'm never gonna talk to a Scorpio. That's not gonna mean I'm turning. You know what I mean? Like, actually a lot of Scorpios that I actually like, but they still bear some of the same traits. I'm like.
I will say, like, I as a Libra can sometimes because I think also people mistake astrology with personality.
Retweet Cena too, because men don't be that deep.
So wait, can you tell me, Larry, what's your
scroll down a little bit more.
What's your
astrology when I was
Taurus?
Baby. He just want to just chill. He just want to chill.
Capricorn rising. Go back up. Go back up. None of that shit is super.
None of that other stuff matters.
We're not birth chart people to the point where we out here.
Oh, right there. No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Aries, Mercury.
Larry, just go right under your.
He has a Taurus moon. He's hella Taurusy.
Oh, stop.
He has a Taurus Venus, Taurus moon. He's hella Taurus.
Damn.
What does that mean? Tell me, please. I need to know.
They say you hella Taurusy.
I'm hella Taurusy.
I feel like it means that you're chill.
He has an Aries Mercury.
Mercury. He has a Taurus. You have a Taurus moon. Taurus moon typically means, Taurus moon, Taurus Venus. Tauruses are very y'all are romantic. They're romantic. Wow, I think a Pisces with a Taurus moon would be very romantic. Do you think that you're romantic, Larry?
Hey man, I can be, man. Look here.
You be in your bag, like when you get
Hey
that.
man, look here. When I fuck with you, boy, I tap into that bag. I get into that bag, make you wanna.
I think you're pretty romantic. I think for the right girl, you really would bring out the moon, the stars, the sun, and
The rose
sky.
petals.
Yeah, because that's the type of shit I manifest. Yeah.
And I agree with Chelsea. Tauruses love hard. They're extremely loyal. So when you meet somebody and you decide that you have a connection, you ain't going nowhere.
Gas me.
But that Capricorn moon, you come off as an asshole.
Yeah,
I mean, the Capricorn rising, excuse me, the Capricorn rising, you come off as an asshole.
But deep down inside,
on purpose.
you're very romantic. And deep down inside, you're very romantic because Venus rules Taurus. So if your moon is in Taurus and your Venus is in Taurus, you're a very romantic person. Deep down inside, you really just want somebody who you can love and spoil and treat well.
And who's never going to go anywhere.
And who's never going to leave you.
Because you know what I'm saying? While we talking about getting in that bag, I'm about to get that bag. You know what I mean?
But off muscle, you give off very asshole, also very materialistic.
I do, man.
I'm just trying to work on my career.
I'm just trying to get my money. I'm trying to focus on my businesses.
Because
that's it. When really want somebody who's gonna love you, stay with you, and do all of that with you.
I will say one thing that I hate about like risings versus like who else you are is you really do have to work against what your natural inclination is to give off at first meet.
Yeah, because that's experience though. Past experiences make you feel that way. Like I can't just give everybody my full vulnerability when I first meet them, even though I'm excited to talk to people about shit. You know what I'm saying? Because people take that and use it against you, man. And I have to make sure I'm protecting myself and my vibes and shit. But y'all's fucking spot on, man. This is dope.
You deep down inside, you really want somebody who you can love and love on forever,
and go love on you back.
You
just want to be all Buddha.
You really want to be Buddha and eat and enjoy and experience and love, stay up and be lazy and sleep. And you really want somebody who you could do all that shit. Y'all probably
money gonna be coming in. Yeah, we're gonna be wealthy.
Say off muscle, you genuinely give off somebody who don't want
none of that.
So because of that, you have to work on that coming forward a little bit so that you can bring it, so that people can see that about you.
I'm an astrologist.
Because from rising,
we can't see you, Maggie.
Because from rising, you give off immediately like this nigga is not about no games, not about no business. Don't want that romantic shit. It's kind of the asshole. It's kind of so because of that, you're not attracting those type of women that you genuinely deep down inside want.
Right, because I'm not in that space. I think that's what it is. Because I'm not in that space. In order for me to fully be in that space and give that to somebody, I need to be in the space. Like, yo, this is what I'm focused on. But because that's not my focus, I give off the vibe like, yo, I don't want that good shit over there. I'm gonna go fuck with the bullshit real quick because I'm on the bullshit because I'm focused on other shit.
And you keep getting that, like those women who are mad, career focused or emotionally unavailable, because when people first meet you, first couple dates, they think you're emotionally unavailable too, but deep down inside, you really want to be emotional.
I just want to. I'm not crying.
Yeah, you want to cry with your.
You want to
cry. The keys, you want to cry a little bit.
You have to go back to me.
I want to exchange poems.
Yes, but you want to have.
As I walk through the door, what do I see? Me and my baby as we walk with our baby.
I was about to say something.
Okay, hold on. Pisces, Sun, Sag, Moon, Scorpio rising. Scorpio rising means that people think that you're a little emotionally distant and emotionally unavailable.
But what's so interesting is that Pisces Sun.
But then you also have a Pisces Sun, which means that you're a tough cookie. I really want to say off muscle all the way around. That Scorpio Moon, that's Pisces Sun, and that that Sag Moon, that Scorpio rising, and that Pisces Sun. You got some of the hardest to crack
the shells.
You have a lot of hard to crack shells because it's different than Larry, whereas Larry had a very soft shell on the inside. You have a lot of hard shells. Scorpio rising can be very intense. You can come across very intense
and intimidating.
When people first meet you. you can come across very intense and intimidating, and people can kind of either lean into
and
that.
know-it-all-y too, because
Yes.
Scorpios
and
be
also
like,
a little secretive. You
Yeah.
can come across as all of those when people first meet
Raven,
you.
I don't know your fucking rising sign.
Okay, well,
Hey, can we talk about moon and rising real? So is it like so with the moon and rising, is that like your I guess alter ego, or what your true feelings versus
persona. I like to call moons your persona. It's like, for example, if I were to, for example, she is a Leo rising. So Leos are known as like the actors, the loud.
They're very
partners.
look at me as
So, for
people.
example, when you first meet Nia, you'll be like, oh, Leos is what I consider, what I always say is what you would first guess if you didn't know me. So if we were sitting down and you would be like, oh, you might be a Libra, or you might be a Capricorn. Like that's what, because you just met me. You don't know
right?
me.
Because I'll come into a space, I'll be like, what the fuck is up? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that.
So it's
And
who
that's
you
very much so
present
how
to the
Leos
world
are.
from a distance. Like, hey, this is who I am. Might be if you come into a work organization or something like that, for your first day, your first couple of weeks, that's who you present to the world. So it's like, this is my kind of who I give you. Then you have I don't see that by myself. Oh yeah, but yeah, then you have your but I've heard it from some people. Yeah. Then you have, but it's not necessarily you. That's one thing. Like deep down inside, you know yourself. So similarly to what Chelsea was saying, like people might say I'm secretive or intimidating or a little like in those spaces, but I know deep down inside I'm not like that. So then you have your sun. Your sun is who you grow into. So like your sun is who you truly are at the core, like who you're going to grow into, right? So if you have a Pisces sun, you're going to be, or she has an Aries sun, so she's always going to be a leader. I always call Aries a leader. So if you're an Aries, your goal is to lead, and you are a leader, period.
We are a cardinal sign. There are only 4 cardinal signs. It's Aries, Libra, and I can't remember. So I think it's Capricorn. No, Cancer's not a cardinal sign.
Cancer is a
It is.
sign.
It is a
Cancer and
Capricorn?
then Capricorn.
Okay.
Hey, what was my son again?
Your sun is a Pisces.
Your sun is Pisces.
Oh, okay.
So like, for example, so like Tip is a leader, period. You know what I'm saying? But then you have like
First and foremost.
your moon side, and that's who your emotions
I'm a
are.
Cancer, and I'm so emotional.
Oh, okay. Moon is emotions.
I am very emo. Like I present very.
She'll cry at a heartbeat.
I will cry.
Cry right now. Do it on spot now.
Well, she won't do it, but she'll
But-
be like,
She just did that
"I'm
makeup.
so happy that you got me this wine," and she'll just immediately start crying.
Yeah.
You be like, "Nah."
No, like things that really mean a lot to me, I cry a lot. But the thing is, too, with my Cancer moon, I also I can be very emotionally manipulative if I want to.
Mhm.
Like if somebody hurts my feelings, I find a way to like make them
But-
feel bad or
Mhm.
something like that. I don't do that anymore, but I know how to. I know how to emotionally manipulate people to get them to do the things that I want.
Yeah,
God damn.
and
So
that's
I need mine done. I just pulled my joint up.
okay. Show us.
All
This
right.
is
Let me remove my screen, bro. Go ahead.
Okay, you're not a Pisces.
Everybody wants to get rid.
All right, cool. Yeah, I just want to see what this shit is now, real quick. All right.
Okay.
Is
So
that
like-
where I need to be?
Oh shit! You got a Virgo moon.
Oh.
Damn, so now it sound like good
Oh,
news.
shit.
You might want to take your shit down.
Extremely critical.
You're so critical on yourself. You
Mm.
don't need to be that critical on yourself. You're very
Hey, man,
critical.
don't be so hard on yourself.
You might honestly also engage in a lot of negative self-talk. Don't do that. You're
Shit,
good.
come
I
on,
mean,
bro.
I
You
was
better
just-
than
I
that.
was just trying to. You know what
You
I'm
better
saying?
than that.
Where's his rising? Oh, it's a
Wait,
Cancer.
zoom into that a little bit.
He got a
Let's
Cancer
see.
rising.
Okay, let's see.
I can
how
do
it's
that. I
doing.
want a death Cancer for him. I'm not gonna lie. He does.
He has a
present-
Pisces Venus like me.
Oh, he has a Pisces Venus like you, which means you're very romantic deep down inside.
Very romantic.
But doesn't Larry have a Pisces Venus too, or that's a Taurus?
No, he had a
Venus?
Taurus Venus.
Oh, either way, still pretty okay. Yeah, from what I'm able to see here, you.
Oh my God, a Mercury, your Mercury's in Capricorn, which makes so much sense.
That means
to
you're
me.
extremely logical with the way that you communicate. 1 + 1 =
But the
Oh
thing
yeah,
is,
he definitely is. That's him. That's D.
a lot of the things he talks about though, it's like it's either black or it's white.
White.
Like it's either black or it's white, and that's it. There is no room for anything else.
Shannon.
You're either going to
Rising is where it says 1 is ASC.
right
that
ascendant and rising on the same thing.
Yeah, 1 ASC.
So yeah, like D is very black or white, but like And then with this Aquarius sun and Virgo moon, like all of that working together, it's like I've already done the research. I've already done what I needed to do. I've gotten facts. I've gotten statistics. I've done my personal research. I've done all these other things. So if you can't tell me anything outside of this black or this white, you're wrong. Like it's like I'm not even trying to understand where you're coming from because it already doesn't make sense. Because you haven't.
I agree with that. I agree with that with D.
To the point I'm trying to get at, and I've done my due diligence. And you obviously haven't done your due diligence, so I'm not even about to argue with you. You're not even you're not even worth my time at this point. I'm not even about to entertain the conversation.
That's D. Hey, they pulling your card, nigga. Goddamn, they know you.
When you meet somebody, do you typically immediately know everything that's wrong with them?
Not necessarily wrong, but you've pinpointed the quirks and the kinks, and
So I could say like
I be showing these shit in my house. He'd be like, "But do you know what you should do with that?" Or I'd be doing what would look nice. But do you know? I'm like, this nigga always got a fucking suggestion.
Yeah.
It's not me saying there's something wrong. It's me trying to be helpful.
Not what's wrong. It's what can be done to take it to the next level. What you're analyzing why it could be, how it could be better. You're consistently analyzing everything, how it could be better.
You're a fixer. Even with people, even with things, even with everything. You're everything. A fixer.
Whether it's your job, whether it's yourself, your friends, everything.
And one thing about Virgo, you have Virgo in your chart, you'll never be happy. You'll always be trying to figure out fuck it up. And it's not even in the
Hey, you might as well give it up, son. You'll never be happy. Be hard on yourself.
Not experiencing joy, but never be happy as in the sense of being content. Yeah, you'll never reach a baseline where I'm just fine. You're consistent trying to reach the next thing always. Like, okay, I got to level 2. How am I gonna get to level 4? Okay, I'm at level 4 now. How am I gonna get to level 6? Okay, I'm at level 6 now. How am I gonna get to level 8? It's never like, okay, you know what? Let me just sit here and enjoy level 8 for like, damn, I got through 2, 4, and 6, nigga. I'm at 8. I'm chilling. Yeah, this is fun. And we'll worry about 10 later on. No, it's boom. What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next?
And that's how I am with relationships where I'm like with other people. It's like boom, 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 boom. I'm with you on that, Virgo. My thing with the Capricorn is you're very logical. You're able to communicate in a very logical stance. So you're able to really get your point across a lot. Do you typically?
Well, sometimes though with that logic though, it's hard for people to understand because you all don't consider the emotion behind it. Yep. So it's like you don't understand why people aren't understanding you because it makes sense. Like 1 + 1 is equaling 2. But with emotions, sometimes 2 + 3 today might equal 6. It's not 5. But you guys don't leave any room for, okay, I understand that you think it's 6 today, but let me try to bring you back to why it might be 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And so in those
and then you get frustrated because you're like, bro, what the fuck? 2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2 is 4. 2 + 2 is 4. Yeah. And you get mad at everybody else, and then they get mad at you because they're like, yo, nigga, relax. Like
I did what I wanted to do. And then sometimes that's not a valid enough answer for you. You're like, wait, maybe you know what you want.
And then you just think they're dumb, and then you move on.
And then you move on with But I will say Mercury means you are able to communicate even in a work like relationship, family scenario.
Y'all do great in corporate.
Very, very clearly. I call Capricorns the executives. They're in my executives. They do a really great job.
Capricorns and Aquarius.
Yes. So you will have a lot of executive energy where it's like, I'm going to logically look at a situation and make sense of it. Fuck your, you know what I'm saying, your logical understanding. You would do a great job being in a professional setting. And then I see your Mars as Gemini. Gemini means you're kind of all over the place with how you argue with people. So like how you feel certain types of ways, you go back and forth between logic and
you could get scatterbrained when you're like arguing, and then you could just be like, okay, well, fuck it, I'm just not going to talk about it anymore because like it's like I'm trying to piece it together.
Logic your way. Gemini's kind of like logic their way out of being upset.
Yeah. But I'm over it. But I will say though too, with this Aquarius, Virgo, and Capricorn placement,
you're very strong.
You have to very strong, very headstrong, very sure of themselves naturally, and things
even
like
with that Cancer ascending,
Cancer ascending. But what you have to charge yourself to do though is to remove yourself out of that logic. Especially
I understand that subjectivity is a thing.
subjectivity is a thing. Like, and the thing is too, we get very caught up in, oh, people are overly emotional, and then you automatically think, oh, logic is better. No, you have to have a balance.
Shannon said arguing all over.
And you have to have a balance. You have to have a balance. You have to be able to recognize emotion within arguments. You have to recognize the logic in arguments, and you have the tendency to lean all the way to logic. That will cause a disconnect in a lot of people.
And where people are coming from, because I will say, like for me, I have a Scorpio Mars and a Scorpio Venus, and so I naturally take into like what caused you to think that way. You don't have that, so a lot of the times you're like Tip keeps saying 1 + 1 = 2, but like you're literally like logic would say. This is how you come to this conclusion. And people,
this is what a unit is, and this is what another unit is. And logically, what scientists and mathematicians have said is this is how you combine.
And people are telling you, like, well, growing up, I didn't have that type of life, and you're like, well, fuck what?
What life? Because this is what it is. Logically, and it can come off. And the thing is, too, it's not even that you're trying to be offensive or anything. It's just like in your mind, it's like, well, this is what it is. But everybody else is like, my nigga, why are you trying to tell me what
calculus?
There can't be no alternative route. Like it has to be like the path that is statistically and scientifically, proven. We can't.
You're for sure a principal of matters at person.
Very principal.
Even in other things.
But with this Pisces Venus though, you be flipping it because then you be having the girls confused because it's like, damn. You like me, like you be trying to be romantical and like make these moments, like these intimate moments, very strong intimate moments. Pisces are very romantic people, very sensational. They're very sensational, very like touch, like sensations. Like I just want to feel you. I want to experience you. I want to deep dive into you in all like avenues and things like that too.
Romantical, right?
Very, very romantical. But it's just like. It's hard for people to see that, like to get to that part of you because of everything else on the outside. And it's just like, as far as making those love connections, it's like, it's harder to make those love connections to even get there.
You and Larry.
I was just about to ask you that. So as far as our compatibility and as far as us being co-hosts, like what is it about, from our signs that allow us to kind of gel?
That Pisces Venus, and I think you guys both have a hard exterior but a soft interior. I think in my
interior is deeper.
Dee's exterior is way harder. But I think at the very core of you guys both have an understanding of each other, because I always say Venus. People love to say Venus is just for relationships. To me, Venus is how you approach everybody you love, and for both of y'all to have a Pisces Venus.
He has a Taurus Venus.
A Taurus, but Taurus and Pisces, they're the same thing. For Taurus, Venuses are ruled by Taurus is ruled by Venus, which is the goddess of love. So y'all are a very loving sign. Then you have Pisces, which is a very romantic sign. So both of you guys have a good understanding of what you guys want your friendships to look like, what you guys want the people that you love to look like. And y'all are very understanding of each other, but y'all both have that very tough exterior. I think overall, if y'all both kind of reach in, and I think even when we were on the podcast, y'all are very quick to kind of talk about yourselves and what specifically you guys want, or like you guys are not hard to get into the emotion rather than the critique. But I think just leaning more into the critique, leaning more into the emotion and leaning a little bit further out of the critique. I think both of you guys lack the subjectivity, because both of you guys are very like either logical or emotional. Internally for what you specifically want, but like y'all lack the grace for other people. So in those
because you don't even extend it to yourself first.
Because you don't extend it to yourself first. So I do think like y'all friendship wise have a good understanding of, or podcast wise in that space, have a good understanding. Friends. Yeah, y'all are best friends. Have a good understanding of what you want out of a best friend and how to meet each other in that space.
That definitely brings a lot of things full circle, especially with the episode we had last Tuesday, and just explaining like the friendship and how D felt like he kind of was pushing me away because he felt like he wasn't where he was supposed to be, and I was like, yo, fuck that, what I'm saying, you gonna get yourself together, and we both gonna be hurt if what I'm saying, we not friends after you've gotten yourself together. So I'm understanding of that, and I'm patient enough to be like, okay, when the time is right, we gonna be able to make shit happen. So that's kind of y'all dope, bro.
What you need to understand about Larry D is he's loyal. He ain't going nowhere.
He's not all those tourist placements. That nigga is not going nowhere.
So he's
not going nowhere.
10 toes, nigga.
He's healthy and healed and happy.
Yeah.
And bring it back to him than the other way around. And you just being cool with him just because you say you want to be cool. Like, Tauruses are very understanding, but I think it's that space of communication. Like, hey, I'm not leaving you. Because that's one thing about Tauruses being loyal. Like, Tauruses are not. They don't want to be abandoned.
Once you got a Taurus, you're stuck for life.
Hey, I'm not leaving you. I just want to take the space to myself. It might take 3 to 6 months. Then you move on over. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be back. Tauruses will wait. Tauruses for sure.
They will wait.
Will wait on you, but it's that subjectivity. But I will say Tauruses will push you almost to the point where you want to leave them. So you for sure gotta communicate.
Mm. Well, that's real.
Wow. Y'all, man, look here, man. Y'all, the audience has been hanging in there. They like this shit. They into this shit. Hey, if you like astrology with Maggie, man, make sure y'all donate to the Cash App at $ a Cold One Podcast, and we'll make sure she gets her percentage. Nah, but if y'all want this again, let us. I think this was dope.
Let us know. Revealing. Make sure, all my folks, I really appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure you subscribe to Occult One Podcast. Make sure you follow Occult One Podcast on Instagram. They are really good people. I fuck with them. I've known D for like 3 years now. This shit crazy, right?
Damn.
Like 3 years now. Yeah. Amazing people. We're definitely gonna have to, we're gonna have to work something. We're gonna have a business meeting here, guys, because
I love business and I love
we live in Dallas. People are standing. Yeah, we live in Dallas. Somebody said, what are y'all gonna do with all them open beers? Y'all just sipped on them and started drinking wine.
Beer in this cup.
Be careful.
That shit damn sure almost made it out the cup.
Okay, we're having a great time. Thank y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed my makeup tutorial. Tried to give y'all something
makeup tutorial.
Something nice. But yeah.
Hey, real quick. My bad. I think that this is real important. Just for everybody who doesn't know, and I encourage you to go and look into it. This week is Black Breastfeeding Week. So in case y'all didn't know, I forget the exact statistics, but long story short, Black babies are at a higher risk. You know what I'm saying, from birth to having SIDS, to having to passing away earlier, et cetera, et cetera. So breastfeeding is actually very important within the Black community for Black mothers to, be able to have accommodations for, so that they can do it, because it's something that's really important and it's really needed. And that breastfeeding is what adds the nutrients to allow babies to, just overall live healthier lives. So definitely check it out. You can go on.
My daughter, so absolutely.
Yeah, shout out to you.
Breastfeeding in public as well.
Yeah.
Stop sexualizing it.
Yeah. So just look into the hashtag.
My child is hungry. I'm whipping my titty out, and that's it. There's no questions about it.
Yeah. So look into the hashtag Black Breastfeeding Week. It was created, I believe, in 2014, and it's getting bigger and bigger. So that's something that we definitely need to be mindful of. And then also, in light of the conversation that we've been having today in terms of healing and everything, here's a resource for both Black men and Black women to check out. If you are looking for a therapist in your area, you can check out therapyforblackmen.com or therapyforblackgirls.com, and that's how you can find affordable therapy in your area. So I encourage you guys to definitely check all that stuff out.
All right, man. Hey, that was my cue. That was my cue.
No, I thought somebody else had something to say. Hey, I
yeah.
did post a link for like if y'all want to hop on. I'm saying with us, we gonna be hanging out after the show ends.
We'll hang out. So join us at the link if you want to come to the after party.
How about it?
Yeah. So I'm gonna post it one more time.
Girls, and we love to have a good time. So join the convo after it ends. I love to see y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Readings.
Word.
Very, very.
Word. Yeah. So definitely,
we'll definitely
hop on.
make that happen. Yeah.
Hop on, guys. If you like my lace front, hop on.
Word. So,
hey, man, well, yeah. So, hey, what can we say, man? We definitely appreciate each and every one of y'all for sticking around, man. And hey, man, Nia, bro, you bring them out. You bring them out, dog. Shit, we fuck with that, goddamn. Y'all can come through. We gonna have to make sure y'all come back. Yeah, we might need that astrology as like that might become like an almost regular segment because I think they like that one, bro.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. I love astrology.
That's dope. Yeah, I could tell y'all are very proficient in that shit, and y'all are good at it because it definitely resonated with a lot of things over here, man. But we hope that y'all resonate to the fact of subscribing to a Cold One podcast on YouTube. If y'all like the content, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and subscribe. And while you at it, go ahead and click that little notification bell up over there too. Ding! Goddamn, so you know when we bring you that fire, that gas, that astrology, when we taking it to the stars. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, y'all could have been anywhere else in this world of virtualism and ism, but y'all decided to be here with us at a Cold One podcast, and we appreciate it. Y'all are loyal. Y'all love us, and we love y'all. And if nothing else in this world is accurate, that's some accurate shit. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you. D, you got anything else you need to say?
No, that's all I had to say. Just make sure that y'all follow Nia and Maggie on Instagram, and of course a Cold One podcast. Make sure you follow everybody. Stay in tune with what we doing. Definitely gonna get them back on the show again because this was amazing. Shout out to Nia for doing the Nia takeover, featuring Maggie, of course. So we appreciate y'all. The astrology with Maggie was dope as hell.
Dope as fuck.
All of y'all friends that came through in the comments. Jalen for joining the show earlier. We appreciate y'all. And also be sure to check out some of our older videos on YouTube as well. We got some dope content.
I'm featured on a couple of their older videos as well. If all you want to do is really see my face.
Yeah.
Cause we do definitely got some dope content. We been on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can validate and vouch that we been on this shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, once again, we appreciate y'all, man. And make sure y'all check us out every Tuesday and Thursdays, 9:00 p.m. Come bring your drinks.
Eastern
time.
Be
ready, man. Eastern and Pacific. Is that how you say it? Eastern Pacific?
Not 9 Eastern, 8 Pacific.
I like him a lot.
Are you fucking up words on purpose now, Larry?
Hey, is that not trendy?
Dude, what you got a 17 ABV over there?
Hey, man, shit, fucking shit up on purpose sounds like a trend to me, goddamn. So, hey, man, once again, we appreciate y'all. And y'all stay tuned because my man D, they've been talking about all the perfectionist shit D like to do. D done did some other shit. So not only do we have an intro, but, man, go ahead, man. Hold on, D. Hey, man, thank y'all for coming back to another episode of a Cold One podcast, man. It's been your boy L. Dottie.
And you already know it's your boy Big D, man.
And we like to thank you for coming back to another episode of
A Cold One. Y'all be easy, man. Y'all be safe.
Man. Hey D, play that shit for him, D.
Word.